odds like a pro on the flow. Patience on max, time moving slow. Eevee to Sylveon, sparkle flash. Soft reset rhythm in a digital crash. Every encounter, dopamine splash. Break the odds and pixel smash. Shiny hunter light in the code. Buttercup rides where few ever go. Odds be broken, pixels explode. Glitch in the world in a radiant glow. Click flick, Joy-Con twitch. Game Boy heart with a next-gen glitch. Sylveon plush, cast and switch. Cute charm curse or a lucky pitch. Australia stares from the shadow plane. Eyes on fire like a shiny flame. Buttercup's grind, aim for fame. It's the spark in the hunt that fuels her name. One in a million, still she tries. Soft reset in pixel skies. Kitty sings and starlit cries through static.
Hello! Oh, let me turn off my music. I was listening to some music. You know how it is before stream. Woo! Have I got everything set up here? I think I do. That looks about right. Hi guys, how are you? How is everybody? Hi Foyer, I am doing well, thank you. How are you? Phoenix, hello. Yes, as you know, gotta go for the Rolycoly. We are here. We are here on, this is like Route 3. This little patch of grass is gonna be our spot to try and get the sparkles. So wish me luck. Wish me luck we get some sparkles. Gen 8, we are getting close to the end of this challenge and I'm kind of nervous because I would like to see at least one more Pokemon sparkle, but we will see. We will see what I end up doing. Maybe I'll knock some of these ones out because why not? Hi, Mitz. Good to see you. Hi, Storm. How are you doing? Andy, hello. Kirijan, hello. Dali, hello. Were you listening to the new Sleep Funk? No, I didn't catch the new Sleep Funk drop, but I'll have to check it out, Mitz. Hi, Dragon. Good to see you. Hi, Nax. How are you doing? Hello, everybody. How is everyone doing? The shiny gods, please. I know. I would love to get another shiny before this challenge is over. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think that would be pretty nice. Also, I will say, I think that I am going to do the nose pass stream with sandwiches. I was going to do Masuda, but I decided against it, which will make more sense next stream, but I won't go into it too much right now, but it's fine. Phoenix, I'm doing well, thank you. How are you? I hope you are doing well. I'm here and it's at the start of the stream this time. How perfect is that? Your timing is so good. It's good to see you. How are you doing? And Angel Lover, hi. How are you today? Did you rest well? Do you think that you'll get the shiny today? I kind of do. I kind of do think I'm going to get the shiny. I don't know why my brain is telling me like this stream's going to be a good one for getting the shiny. I don't know if I'm like yapping or whatever to myself or trying to cope, but I kind of hope so. I guess we'll see. But no, I did rest well. I hope that you are also doing well. It's good to see you. Good to hear. How are Pochi, Rhino, Goldie, Nugget, T doing? They are doing well, and the family is doing pretty good. I guess they can't complain from what I can rally back to you guys. Yeah. Oh, I will say, you know, it was like super not fun. Today I had 2 nosebleeds, and I've only had like a handful of nosebleeds like my whole life. I had 2 today, and I don't know why. Very random. I don't know what triggered it. Nothing happened. I wasn't sneezing. I wasn't nothing. So that was kind of interesting. That's like probably the most exciting thing I feel like I have to share with you guys today. But yeah, that happened. So that's fun. Hi, Storm. I'm doing Staryu Masuda. Ooh, wishing you luck. And Angel, it's good to see you. It has been a while. How are you? I've been good, thank you. How are you doing? And James, hello. Doing meh. Rotting in bed quite literally all day yesterday. So we're going to be more productive today to make up for it. Look at you go. I'm so proud of you. It's okay, I think, to have like a day here and there where you just bed rot. I think I'm going to need a day like that soon, to be honest with you. So I get it. I really do. But I hope that everything that you've got planned to do today goes super well. Are you going to cook since you are hunting for coal? Yeah, I was thinking about getting it in preparation for like a little barbecue, you know? That's what I was thinking. And Clark, hi! Good luck, Butter. I am currently working my last day before vacation. Just popped in to say, I hope it isn't mild nature. Oh my gosh, could you imagine it is? I'll crash out, I swear, Cloak. Good to see you though, and I hope it's all going well. Happy to hear about you and the pets. I'm doing amazing. And now that the stream started, woke up like a few minutes ago. Perfect. I'm so glad to hear that. That is very, very nice. I actually need to update Fortnite. I probably should have done that while I was streaming, but I didn't think that far ahead. I didn't think that far ahead, so like it's fine. I kind of want to play the new season because I think there's a new season now on Fortnite and I haven't touched it yet. So I'm probably going to update that and then jump on and see how that all goes. But I am excited. So I'm gonna be honest, I'm doing a side playthrough of Scarlet as one of my OCs, and Mela of Team Star is making me mad. Oh no, that's rough. Nosebleed, it's a sign. I think it is a sign. I think it is. I was like, it's because I'm gonna hunt Nose Pass, and now my body's like forsaken me. Hi Garrett, I hope you're doing well. Good to see you in the stream. Oh my gosh, I somehow got the random encounter. What's it gonna be? A Pancham? Imagine that was shiny. Hi Holly, I'm hunting Drowsy and Shining Pearl and approaching odds. Oof, I hope you get it soon. I feel the nosebleed thing. The worst nosebleed I had was when I was working at McDonald's and I had it, while wearing a mask. Was it a white one and it like showed through, or was it like a darker one? That is so weird. It was so weird too because I don't get them very often. I would say I've had like less than 10 in my whole life and I got 2 in one day. So I don't know what's going on with that. That was very fun. I could just feel it. I was like, wait, that doesn't feel like just a little drippy nose. Like that feels different. And then I looked in the mirror. I was like, oh, well, that's fun. And then it happened again. It happened again. How does it happen? I don't know, but it's fine. It's fine. So if randomly it happens in the stream, I apologize. I don't know why it's happening. I don't have any, I don't know what's causing it, but hey, something in the air today, I suppose. Oh, that's good. If it's mild nature, you have to say skibbity gyat. Well, I did just say it. Maybe we should name it that if it's mild nature. Instead of sacrificing it, we'll name it that. And then forever in my Pokemon home for the rest of time, my shiny Rolycoly will have that name if I get it this stream and it's mild nature. There isn't a week in which I don't nosebleed. Makes me feel like an anime character. Oh, really? Oh, I don't know. I've had, like I said, a few. I might have had more when I was younger. I don't remember, but like, the ones I had today were like, they were full on. They were not just like a little like, oh, there's a little bit of like, you know what I mean, blood around the outside. It was like, no, it's like full running. Like, you know, when you can't stop it, it was like that. So that was really fun and awesome. I thought it was just my nose was like, because it was a little cold. I thought maybe like, oh, maybe it wasn't that cold. I didn't think it would like cause it to run, but you know, what do I know, right? Hi, Joey. Good to see you. But are you going to play the new FNAF game coming out this month? Is that coming out this month? Oh my gosh. If it's on PC and it's not like $80, I might get it. Yeah, it was a white one. Oh no. So yeah, it's like super obvious. Is it weird that whenever I find a new song, I spend like a day listening to it on repeat? No, I do the same thing. I'm like really weird about that. I feel like every once in a while I'll go through like a period where I'm like, okay, I'm going to listen to like some new music and that's going to be fun. But like for the most part, I just revisit music I've liked like just 3 years. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm like obsessed with the same music I listen to. So it's fine. I do it. Marcus, hi. Finally caught you live. Hope all is well. Been interesting in this little challenge you're doing. It has been. The fact we even got sparkles on one of these hunts is so nice. So I'm hoping I can get some more, but we will see. Pogoriki, hi. I just spent most of the day watching Smeshariki? I'm definitely saying that wrong. I didn't hunt today as I was also playing Project Sakai. No school on the weekend after all. That's true. It is the weekend. Oh my gosh. Time is going so fast. I don't even want to talk about it, but I probably will because I yap. But I know, it's weird. It's weird to think about, isn't it? I've seen Dantanan, Evil Eye, nice. Butter, I got Shiny Klefki in this game. Oh, did you, Jensen? Congratulations. I still need to get a Klefki. One day I will hunt it. There's so many I need to do. I need to do like one stream. I'm like, hey guys, we're just going to go for as many shinies as we can find on like Scarlet and Violet and just see what we can do. I need to get a lot of progress done on my shiny hunting, you know, like list. Lately I've been getting back to normal schedule for the first time in probably a year. I've been waking up at 8 a.m. and going to bed around 12. Dang, look at you. Look at you go for it. That's awesome. I don't know if I can say I have like a algorithmic or scheduled sleep routine, but I have been getting a bit more sleep, which has been really, really nice because, oh my gosh, my sleep has been so bad the past 2 weeks. I don't even want to get into it. It's been rough. But his nose is bleeding because she saw a totally hot babe. No, I don't think that's true because literally the first one happened when I was like doing my skincare in the mirror. I was like, huh, that feels weird. And then I like looked and I was like, oh wait, yeah, okay. because I felt it. I wasn't like looking at myself when it happened. I started laughing when Turbo Granny said poop head in one of the scenes. I haven't seen it. I don't think they have that in theaters where I am, which is very sad. They like never do any like showings of any like anime movies where I live, which is very, very sad. I remember asking this question like a year ago, but have you played Persona 5? If not, you should stream it. I haven't played Persona 5. I did actually get Reload and I played it for like a little bit. And then I think I was kind of going through like a bit of a rough patch, and I just sort of was like struggling to like get into a game at the time. So I didn't play through it, but I liked the vibe. I just was like, I think I was going through one of those periods of time where I was like, I just don't have motivation in me to do much. And it was kind of like that. I don't really have nosebleeds. Yeah, I don't get them too often. I've had some, but not very much. Like it happened when Can't Think by Something Else, Mystical Magical by Benson Boone, and Wrote Down by Fade. Nice. Nice. I don't think I've heard of either of those people. But oh wait, Mystical Magical, is that the ice cream song? If it's not, then ignore what I just said, but I feel like I've seen that in shorts. I saw someone make like a cookie to that song, and it was like an ice cream truck cookie. Is it that one? Because then I do know that one. As a child, I had to go to the hospital because I nosebleed all day. Did you really? I was sick a lot as a kid, but I weirdly didn't get like full running nosebleeds. Like I would get a bloody nose, but I wouldn't get like actual like running down my face. It was crazy. I was like, I kind of look metal right now, but also like, that's interesting, you know? Happy to see you again, Butter. Of course, Garrett, you as well. How are you deciding what to hunt? Marcus, I am literally just going for targets. I haven't got each gen that I want to shiny hunt. That's literally been how I've been picking. Same, I always revisit Tito territory. Like she's an idol. She ain't no fake. Perfect. Hey, hi, Robert. Good to see you. It had the slump mark. Nice, Jensen. I recently started a Minecraft world to play on while streaming. In the first 4 in-game days, I found the stronghold. Did you really? I'm still sad that we lost that run. I'm still so sad. I don't even like know how to feel about it, because having the deep dark and all that was so fun. I wanted to go back. I kind of wish that I would have just gone there and like said screw it and just like potentially thrown the run, because if I had known that the stream like that hardcore world 2.0 was gonna end like that, I would have just been like screw it. If it's gonna end anyway, I'm just gonna go down to the deep dark and make it worth it, you know? But a sleep schedule exists, just like the Mew under the truck. Yeah, pretty much. That's like my ongoing thing, is like I can work out, I can eat well, I can take care of my skincare, I can take care of cleaning my room, I can do all that. But the one thing I will never seem to knuckle down, or I haven't seemed to knuckle down, is my sleep schedule. It's like the one thing that just I cannot seem to get on lock. The Mew under the truck. I'm not gonna lie, I totally fell for that too. I remember there was the Gen 4 version that was like, once you defeat the Elite Four, you have to immediately come here and you have to do it in a certain way, and then there'll be the Mew. The shiny Mew, by the way, I remember there was that. They had like the shiny Mew under the truck or whatever. There was like that version of it. And I remember being like, I've already played the game. So like, and I remember trying to be like, does it work if you like reverse the Elite Four and then will it like spawn again? So I tried that and I went there and I was like, maybe it's because I got to restart the game, but I was like, I don't want to save over my save data. So I always thought like, am I just missing a shiny Mew? But it is what it is. My sleep schedule's only bad on Fridays. I go to sleep at like 4 or 5 a.m. and wake up the next day at like 5 p.m. on Saturday, and then go to sleep at like 2. Dang, so you can kind of like reel it back in. See, I really struggle with that. I'm just like, last night, it's kind of hard to explain because like technically for me now it's like Monday, but it's only like 1 a.m. on Monday. So like I'm trying to do it in my time of how days have been. But I stayed up for like a while because I was going to reset my sleep schedule, because I was like, oh sweet, I can lock it in. And I was not tired. I was so mad. I was like, I'm not even tired and I want to go to bed so badly, but I couldn't. I laid in bed again for ages and I was like, yeah, no, I'm not getting this sleep. So I'm just going to stay up until I get tired and then I'm going to go rest. And then I stayed up for like 8 more hours and I was like, I'm still like, my eyes are tired, but my brain isn't. And like, I can't sleep if my brain's still awake. So I was like, okay, I was meant to have a rest from working out, but I couldn't. I was like, I need to go exhaust myself. So I went for a run. I ended up doing that. And then after that, I had a little shower and then I decided to lay in bed. And then I think I put on like an old PewDiePie Minecraft video and within about 5 minutes I was out. So it worked, but like I stayed up way longer than I wanted to. Would you hug Himeno if you met her IRL? Of course. I love Himeno. Have you posted you know what on Discord? I haven't, Curo, but I have it written down to do it before I go away. So it will happen. Trust. Honestly, Persona 5 is better starting off than Persona 3, so maybe that's why you didn't have the motivation. I enjoyed it. Like, it's something I will go back and revisit at some point, for sure. Like, even if it's on my own time, I want to play it. But like, it was like every game I was playing, I was trying to find a good game like based on like story. I didn't want to play like an online game or anything. I was like, I basically want to play something that's like a campaign game. I replayed through Nier Automata. I played through that again, and I played through Dark Souls, the first one, again, because I hadn't touched that in a long time. So I did that in that period of time. So it was quite a bit ago, actually. It was like last year that I picked it up. But it's a franchise like I understand roughly, like not in depth. I couldn't tell you all of the names other than Joker. Like that's the only one I remember. But it's a franchise I will go back to at some point for sure and like play more of. Yes, Smeshariki. Also, oh, Dr. Stone! Dr. Stone is one of the first shows in Vocal and Music, some of the first music and shows I have watched in a while after I locked myself into Precure. Precure's good, though. I remember being into, like, all that sort of stuff when I was, like, a bit younger. I'm not gonna lie. It was, like, I think I was pretty in deep in, like, my weeb phase, if you want to say it like that. Like, I was buying, like, okay, I say that like I'm not doing that right now, but, like, you know, I was quite a bit younger when I was in my like magical girl Precure sort of phase, but like Dr. Stone, I need to catch up and finish that because I started it. I think I watched all of season 1, but I didn't go back, and I need to go back because I actually genuinely enjoyed it. Yeah, it is the Moonbeam ice cream. Okay, it is that one. Okay, I'm glad. Rolycoly is a bully. I know, Dead Sled. I know. I picked it and I was like, we'll see if it gives me any luck, but like, who knows? I'm kind of having good vibes for the shiny this stream, but like, I say that and then watch me have the worst luck of my life. Like, just watch it happen. It's fine. Well, I might steal this challenge idea from you, but use it as a randomizer and go from there. That's super fun. Well, it was actually an idea that was given to me by Cloak. Cloak, a couple weeks ago now, very kindly gifted 50 memberships to the channel, which was absolutely nuts. And along with it came a challenge, and it was a challenge I could actually do. Because sometimes people will like request certain challenges or things that I do, and it's like some of them are not as straightforward or as easy to do as you might think. And also like with timing and everything like that, I was like, oh, okay. But I was like, you know, okay, this is a sick challenge. I want to give it a go. So basically it was like, hey, one Pokemon for 1 to 9, pick a gen. Pick a Pokemon from each gen. One stream, one chance to get it. It's super fun. I would like to do something like this again in the future at some point. But for now, I've been enjoying the run. It's nice to mix it up. I always Mew. I wish I could say the same. The real way to get shiny Mew is either Go or AJ event in Emerald's Japanese Classic. Yeah, I was gonna say which mine's from Pokemon Go. The demo for the Terrifier game is available now. I love it. The gameplay is like Scott Pilgrim. I haven't checked it out. Yeah, I reel it in because I'm already used to it. Because of Shabbos, I go to sleep late. I've been doing it for years. I mean, if you can maintain it and it works, like I say, that's good for you. Because my thing is consistency with sleep. I can be consistent with everything else, but sleep is like, if I'm not tired, I just cannot sleep. I just think too much. Hi, Stefan. How many hours a day do you work usually? That's really hard to answer because it depends on the day. I'm going to be honest. Most of the time, I would say, if we're including everything, like editing, filming, shiny hunting, comments, all that sort of stuff, if we're talking about that, I would say I average at least 10 hours a day. But sometimes it can be more than that. Sometimes it can be a little bit less, but it's usually quite a bit. Not gonna lie. And making thumbnails and all that other fun stuff. It's, yeah. Dr. Stone more like, Doctor, I'm stoned. Hi, Zoe, it's good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Great to see you in the stream. Persona 5's story is top tier. It has the best antagonist ever, not going to say who. And you definitely cry at the end because it takes 100+ hours to beat, so you'll feel like you just went on a journey. I love games like that, so that's why I think I would like it. Hi, Ruby! I've only seen part of the Tropical Rogue Precure. I haven't watched like a lot of recent stuff, I'm going to be honest. I've been out of like that kind of anime, I guess, for like, oh gosh, I want to say nearly a decade now, so I'm pretty behind, but I'm familiar with like some of the stuff still. I'm excited for Christopher Nolan's adaptation of The Odyssey, but I have the slight feeling some kid is going to try saying it's stealing the story of Epic the Musical. People will yap anyways, it's fine. My membership has been renewed. Let's go, Chris. That's awesome. Very, very nice. Oh. Dr. Stone isn't finished yet. If you do watch it, you have to watch the first 2 seasons and then the movie for you to understand season 3. Okay. So I've got a bit of catching up to do. I was gonna say I didn't know if it was finished or not. I don't know why I thought maybe it would be, but probably because I started the first season so long ago. No, the only magical girl stuff I ever watched was Doremi when I was a kid. Yeah, I think it was when I was like a teenager. I like went into the magical girl thing, you know? Nothing wrong with that though. Have you bought the Switch 2? No, I haven't. I'm not getting it off launch. I'm going to wait for a little bit before I get the Switch 2. I think maybe at the end of the year potentially is what I'm going to aim for, but we'll see. I'm losing my mind. I picked up hunting for a shiny Burmian Legends Arceus. Why do I pick hunts that'll drive me crazy? Because they're the most rewarding ones when you actually get the sparkles, you know? I wish you luck. Aw. Where am I? Think too much, press X to doubt. Yeah, I mean, when it's sleep time, I definitely do. I'm an overthinker for sure. It's probably a good thing that my memory is so, like, chopped. Because I feel like if my memory was good, it'd be way worse. But nothing is worse than getting a shiny while it is shiny locked. Shiny locks only block it from being shiny, but not of it being treated as one in the background. I know, it's so sad. So she's for real just overworked cup. I mean, it doesn't feel like that though, because I enjoy it, but yeah. I need Zaza so bad. I want to get my mainline game Simmerpool back. It's been like 10 years. Hopefully soon. Soon, Mitz. I did get my shiny Kabuto, which was the first shiny I've found in months. Very nice. It's a good shiny Kabuto. I need to hunt that one. I did Omanyte, and I still need to do Omastar, but I need to like lock in with a lot of the fossil Pokemon and try and get a lot of them because I'm behind. Hi, Vulture. Yeah, I was going to say it's 1 a.m. for me right now. How are you doing? Oh, love Summer. It's good to see you. It's the most amazing and most beautiful Poketube. I don't know about that, but that's very sweet of you, Samurai. Good to see you. Hi, Toasty. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're doing well. What's up? Oh, I'm not feeling too good. My foot hurts because I hit sharp rocks. Oh, no, at the beach. While looking for mud skippers, and after 2 rounds of swimming, I became tired. Yeah, swimming, like, exhausts you super quickly. I'm not gonna lie. It really, really does. It's a great workout, though, if you can. But I hope that your foot is healing okay. Are you going to transfer all your Switch data to Switch 2 once you have it, or are you going to keep it to double Shiny Hunt? I might do it to double Shiny Hunt, but I could change my mind. Anyway, I did get my shiny Mud. Oh, Mudkip, congrats. Very nice. Already had something similar. I was playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey and someone was watching me play it, and I found a note in Ithaca about Odyssey, and the person asked if it was an Epic reference. Yeah, I know those feels. I know those feels. Not with like Epic, but with like other things where people are like, oh, is that a reference to that? It's like, no. I don't know, maybe. Just found a shiny Mareep Soul Silver after it took me months on this stream. I think this stream gives me luck. Let's go, Emu. Congrats. That's awesome. Beautiful pink shiny, by the way. Madoka Magica, still best magical girl anime to me. Yeah, it's a good one. It's a classic. Shiny hunting in Pokemon Scarnival on Switch 2 is crazy. Yeah, I'm excited for that. It doesn't feel like it, so she's delusional? Oh, 100%. 100%, but you gotta be a little bit delusional, no? Tanushi, hi, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Welcome. Rat King! Sorry I haven't been to the past streams. I've been swamped with assignments I need to finish, and they've been consuming my every waking moment. You do not have to apologize. I hope that they've been going well, and I hope you've been able to get some rest. Season 4 of Dr. Stone has 12 episodes out, but don't think it's finished. I'm the same as well. As soon as it's bedtime, my brain thinks of 900 things that can never happen. Yeah, it's like, why? Why now? Why when I'm meant to be in my restful peace? Why does it have to remind me of everything? Rick, hi, good to see you. I hope you're doing well. Did you see that ZA is coming out October 16th? I did. I am excited about it. I'm glad I waited because I was actually thinking in my mind, I was like, October would maybe be a good time to go to Japan. So at least now I can schedule it if I'm going to do that around. We'll see. I've got some big things in my brain of like what I think I want to do, but I'm not in a rush. Guess who's back again? Welcome back, Jordan. But if you want to hunt the fossils with hidden ability, I could trade you some as I hunted and hunt them. Oh, that's lovely. I'll figure it out when I get there. They're not on my like immediate to-do list, but they are in like they're in my peripherals of hunts that I want to do eventually soon. But we will see. I feel like when I get back from my break, I'm just gonna try to smash out as much as I can, in terms of like, you know, trying to fill up as much of the shiny living dex as I possibly can, hopefully if everything goes well, and try and play a little bit of catch up. So that will probably be crazy, but it should hopefully be good if everything works well. So I'll probably do a lot of hunting in Scarlet and Violet for that, because I find the easiest way to get a bunch of shinies. So I'm going to think of some fun ways that I can go about that. But while I'm on break, I'll probably just like actually try to rest up a bit, because like I am getting a bit tired and I'm like, okay, we need to chill. We need to recuperate. We need to not burn out. We need to just take the break, enjoy it for what it is, and then come back and then just get into things and enjoy it for what it is. So watching Butter Yap while I speedrun Sword. Let's go. Which site should I pre-order ZA from? I want the best pre-order bonuses. I'm going to be honest. Everywhere that I found in Australia right now doesn't have the pre-order bonuses up. So I haven't pre-ordered anything yet, because I'm like, I need to see what I can get. Got most of my gym equipment still need the floor though. Wasn't that meant to be here? Oh yeah, because wasn't it the 10th? Yeah, I was going to say, and it'd probably be the 8th for you, right? So soon. I'm trying to eat no sugar for a week, so I'm a little low energy. I have to wait 3 days for the sugar to completely leave. Yeah, I was going to say low sugar levels is not fun to deal with. I'll tell you that right now. I mean, people can just say, is that a reference as a joke and not genuinely? So I don't know why people get heated. I don't think it's like being heated, but sometimes it's like, I don't have any idea. Like, I wouldn't know. I only know it for the thing that it is. I call it out. I do that all the time though. I'll be like, oh, is that a reference from this thing? That's so cool. And then most of the time it isn't, but I like to think it is. Epic the Musical started being made. Oh, okay. The second part is scheduled to begin on July 10th, 2025. There are roughly 30 episodes left to be aired, with the final part of the season concluding the story. Oh, so it's going to be like full wrapping up then. Well, in that case, maybe I'll just wait and I'll binge watch it all right before it comes out, and then just have like, I'll be able to have the continuation of like the whole thing in one foul swoop. Do you have the chat leaderboard? Do I have the chat leaderboard? I have it on Nightbot, but I don't have that up while I'm streaming at the time. Is that a reference of referencing references? I think it might be. I'm trying to decide what game to platinum next, Skyrim or Witcher. Let's do Skyrim. That seems like a big task though. Like either one of those games. Mario Kart World Open looks so beautiful. I hope they do the same for the future Pokemon games. I feel like the future Pokemon games are going to be good. We're going to Gen 10 for you know, oh my gosh, like we're going to finally be hitting double digits. It's crazy to think about. But October's my birthday. It is your birthday, Zois. It is. So I will likely not be doing that in October anymore, especially with everything going on with Pokemon and stuff. So like, I'll be here. I plan to be. So I want a shiny Gallade because it's my second favorite Pokemon, but I know if I hunt rats, it's going to be a female. Oh, you mean Ralts? Yeah, okay. And not be able to evolve it into Gallade, so I think I'm going to soft reset the Strong Spawn. That's what I did. I'm not going to lie. I soft reset for both Gardevoir and Gallade. For me, I just thought that it was cool to see them in the overworld like that with their shinies, so that's why I did it. But if you don't want to like risk it, maybe that's the way to go. Also, Butter has comments to catch up on. I mean, I have a lot of comments. I think I have like, I know I definitely have close to 200 to 300 comments I need to reply to. And I've just been, the migraines have been making it a struggle. The migraines have been making it a struggle for me recently to like be just reading text, like when I'm typing and stuff. So that's why the streams have also been a little bit weird, because it's like, okay, whenever the pain is like a bit dulled down. I will say though, yesterday I tried to like not really be at my like PC as much, and I do think it helped with my migraine. Maybe the nosebleeds helped too, but I don't know. What did you think of the songs? Oh, the song suggestions? The rats, yeah, hunting the rats. I mean, technically there are rat Pokemon, so. But I don't like soft resets because they bore me. Not a big fan. The thing with soft resets that I love is the muscle memory is super easy to like form, I think. So if you want to watch stuff while you do it, that's why I always do so many soft reset hunts, because they're, to me, really great for being like, okay, I'm going to watch stuff while I do it. Or like I can kind of half do something else almost once I get it down. Like right now, I'm talking with one of my hands and I've got both Joy-Cons in my other hand doing all this. Like, I don't know. I've got a system right now. There are loads of videos out there how to isolate hunt Pokemon in Scarlet and Violet. That's how I completed the shiny dex. Yeah, maybe I'll have to check that out. But I want to see how I can go. I think because I have so many I need to get in general, maybe I'll just like run around and see like how many I can get within a certain time period. And hopefully a lot of the ones I'll be aiming for will be, maybe I'll do like outbreaks for ones I haven't found the shiny of yet. And then just do like a big like cluster video of like, okay, I'm going to try to get this many shinies in this video today and just see how that goes, you know? Good morning. Any more sparkles, Miss Streams? Because IRL stuff? No, you're all good, Corvus. No more sparkles, sadly, as of yet. But I'm hoping for it. I'm hoping we can get one with Rolycoly. It would be nice. I wish there were more Ray Pokemon like Stingrays and Eagle Rays. Yeah, because what do we have? We have Mantike and Mantine, right? So we've got Mantine. I don't know how people pronounce it. But we've got those two. But is there any others? I don't think there is any others. It would be cool. Chat as leaderboard. Technically, I can see who posts the most chats within streams after a stream happens on Nightbot, but it's not public. It's something only I can see. So I'll check it out and see what's happening. Witcher 3 is a lot harder to platinum than Skyrim. I would have no idea. I have no idea with the, what's it called? With the achievements of those games. I mean, I don't know if you're talking about the new Skyrim that's come out. I never played the Witcher games, so I can't really speak on them either. I know that they're big games, so yeah. Hi, Brian. I hope you're doing well. Good to see you. I hope you're all well. I'm finally over the Mugen train from Demon Slayer. Boy, was that painful. Oh, I could imagine. It would have been rough. Do you plan to do more, to cosplay more, or at least make a cosplay account? I probably won't make a cosplay specific account. I want to cosplay more, absolutely. It's something I really, really enjoy doing. I have a list of cosplays that I want to get to eventually. I just need to work on saving up, and also I'm learning how to make some things that I want to do for cosplays. Because some of the things you can't buy, you have to just make them. And that's kind of been a thing that I've been working on at the moment, but it's kind of like balancing buying supplies for cosplay stuff as well, for things like that. And then, like, you know, some things I try, it doesn't always work out. So it's like, okay, we need to pivot and try something else. But yeah, I want to do plenty more cosplays for sure. But it isn't going to Japan because it's my birthday, W's. That's what I'm telling myself, chat. You can't tell me otherwise. Oh, listen, we can say that, Zoys. We could say that. But maybe the time is now for you to stop replying to all the comments. I think what I might do with some of them is, I think with some, I might just be like, I'll start hearting them as I read them to acknowledge that I've read them. But I think it's hard because it's like, I see things and I'm like, I want to try to respond as much as I can to as many things as I can. But realistically, like, responding to every single comment, because you guys know I have a lot of videos. Like, if you take away all my stream VODs, I think I have, like, with shorts included, I think it's like 500 videos and shorts, and then I've got like 300 and something stream VODs or something like that up. So I have like a lot of content, and people will still comment on stuff also from like years ago. And so I'll get a lot of comments. It doesn't take very long for them to build up. And it's like, it can take me hours to reply to comments. And it's like, I want to appreciate that everybody's taking the time to write comments, but I realize like there is going to be a point where there's not going to be enough time for me to be able to respond to all of them. So I think I'm going to go through and start hearting them and try to respond here and there. So then that way I can still stay on top of them, but also, you know, acknowledge them and that kind of thing. I kept looking for Champion of Light. I'm assuming you meant Herald of Darkness, that and the Carnival of Rust. Oh, those songs. I hope Gen 10 is based off of Greece. Like, imagine if we got regional forms of the pseudo-legendaries as some of the lesser Greek gods. That would be very cool. I don't know why, but it almost gives me like Elden Ring vibes. So yeah, 2,900 in gym equipment still in boxes because I don't have a floor to put it on. That's so sad, but better to wait till you have the floor to do it, I think. In the new DLC for Scarlet and Violet, there's a food that boosts shinies for everything, but only level 2, I think. You could buy it, and it runs around... Oh, it ran around for all encounters. Are you talking about one of the little food stalls? Hi, Jordan. Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. I became best friends with big challenges and Hello Kitty Island adventures yesterday, so 1 down, 3 to go. Nice. Very nice. Speaking of, are you resuming the Azelf hunt? Yes, I will be resuming Azelf. This is just to be in the meantime, you know, a little challenge that was set for me, so yeah. Nightbot's going to snitch and say I talk too much? No, I don't think about it like that. I'm also just like to see how many messages were in a stream, because sometimes I'm like, man, I'm losing my voice, and it's kind of like validating to be like, oh, okay, it's because I read almost that many messages in like that period of time. Because I try to read as much as I can, you know. I try to respond as much as I can, honestly. And sometimes I'm like, dang, we did a good job today, you know. Aww. With the Switch 2 release, there are a lot of new Pokemon icons of all the starters. Oh, do you mean like for like your account on it? That's kind of cool. You spelt it wrong. Oh, have the Z and the X are the wrong way around. That's so sad. That's what I was thinking as well. A heart shows you read it. So I'd say it's a good solution, but if you see a comment you want to reply to, then you can. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to be starting to do. I think it's just going to be a little bit easier for me to keep up with things because it's like I still like having that interaction, but I even have to acknowledge there is a limit to things. So yeah, I'm going to try to do my best. Both Skyrim and The Witcher have a lot of collectibles. I need to get into Doom Eternal because I miss being in action shooters. That would be cool. Yeah, I was gonna say I want to play Doom, but I don't know. I've been on Elden Ring Night Rain. Oh guys, I have an update. I'm down to the final boss now on Night Rain. I'm up to the final boss, and I want to say that the second last boss I did it on the first try. First try. If you know who it is. What the freak? It was such a beautiful fight. It was such a good fight. I felt so locked in, but I defeated the really difficult one and I defeated the second one. So it's good. Now I'm up to the final boss and I didn't touch it at all today because I needed a break. But I'm so close. And then I'm like, okay, I need to see what the achievements are because I want to achievement hunt after I finish the final boss. So wish me luck. Ah! Hopefully it goes well. Hi, Brian. I'm currently shiny hunting Nickit and currently almost over 800 eggs. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. For me, that shiny was probably the most stubborn Route 1 Pokemon for me to find. It was ridiculous. Don't need to respond to song suggestions. That's lovely, Vulture. Aw. I mean, I try to check them out when I'm like, I'm kind of looking for a certain vibe and I don't normally listen to that type of genre. I feel like it can be really good for that kind of thing. Because it's like, oh, okay, well, I have something to go off of, you know? Because I'm willing and open to try and listen to everything. But what I actually listen to myself is like, it's very different. Like I'll give everyone's music a try. I don't really care. But like my favorite songs are like my own little genres that I feel like, you know, to each their own when it comes to music. At some point you can't answer to all comments. Yeah, that's kind of the thing. That's kind of the thing. And I think I just got overwhelmed because I think I was like, oh, there's a lot and I need to respond to them. And I feel like I need to, because I don't want to just be like, oh, like TY. Like I feel bad doing that in a way because I'm like, oh, well, you know, this person's taken a lot of time to reply. But I think it does get to a point where it's like when there's thousands and thousands of things coming up and like adding, like in a month, like it can be like a good few thousand comments that I try to respond to and type a reply to all of them. And it's like, that takes a lot of time. So I probably need to like, you know, work on that. Oh. Recently saw that we're getting Code Vein 2 and Neo 3. Oh, we're getting Code Vein 2. I played the first one. I really enjoyed it. Looking forward to them, but keeping expectations tempered given recent game releases. We'll see. I mean, there's been a lot of good things being announced, and I feel like a lot of the stuff that I've been seeing has been looking good. I think the only thing I can think of recently that's been like a bit, you know, side-eye if you want to go there is like been the Infinity Nikki thing, but that's like, I didn't even play that and I was gonna play that on launch. I just didn't make the time to play it and I wanted to, and apparently there's a bunch of drama now with like stuff going on with the company and whatever, and apparently they're screwing over like the people playing the game, and I'm like, man, I know it's a gacha game, but it's so cute and it's like based on like outfits and stuff and that kind of appeals to me. You know me, guys, I am just a girl, but like, I don't know, it's kind of put me off a little bit getting into it. As an anti-butter overworker, if butter gets less work to do, then that's great. Oh, you're sweet, Foye. That's really, really sweet. I want to, like I said, I want to try to keep interactions with people as much as I can. But obviously I have to acknowledge at a point, like, there's just not enough time in the day. There's not enough me's to do absolutely everything that I want to do all the time. And so we find solutions for as long as we can, you know? Also, I have these, I think I told you guys in the stream before, but I got these sausage dog pajama pants and they have like a little drawstring that like ties it tighter around my waist. And Pochi grabbed it, and when like she grabbed it when I was like up and she pulled it and now it's like almost completely out. You know when it like falls out of the hole? So like you can't get it back around because it's been pulled out too far. And I'm looking at it right now and I'm like, this thing is like out on one side over a meter. I think I just need to pull it all the way out because I'm like, this is going to be a pain to push back through all the way to the other side. As always. Are you kidding me? I got a dupe shiny Marowak in TCG Pocket. I haven't been playing Pocket, guys. I've been really bad with that. I kind of need to fix it. I really kind of do. It's rough. It's rough out here. I was gonna say Zoe's. I swear there used to be 3 Zs. I don't ever remember that. A few people have said that now, haven't they, Zoe's? Eternal is definitely my fave. Doom. Doom. I love the soundtrack for Doom as well. There was never 3 Zs. Trust me. Oh, how much did you grind to do it? Do you mean the Elden Ring, the Night Rain? Okay, so I'm gonna be honest. So it's like a roguelike, right? So like it's basically RNG. But the second last fight that I did on the first try, I was just locked in. I don't know what happened. That's the only boss so far that I've first tried, but I haven't tried the final boss. So if I first try the final boss, I'll tell you guys, but I don't think that's gonna happen. You should play Skibidi Toilet Tower Defense. I actually love tower defense games. I used to play a lot of Bloons Tower Defense. Just added as a head. Butter has no legs. This is the truth. This is canon. I can't find this food in Scarlet Violet. Let me load it up and check. Yeah, that would be helpful. I would appreciate that, just so I know. It's not in that water city, is it? You know the one with the water guy is? Is it that one? Because I feel like I remember there being a food there that was pretty good that I would always go to. Maybe it's that. Recently, I got a badge on YouTube for listening to a lot of music and YouTube from a certain artist. I didn't know badges existed. Neither did I. Wait, what? They have badges? Maybe they're like in like certain countries? Classic Pochi. I know. I'm like, why? It bothers me so much that it's not symmetrical. It bothers me so much. So I'm like, do I just like rip it out at this point and accept that they're never going to be able to be tied up? Or like, do I actually attempt to push it through? Which means I'm probably going to have to get like a quilting needle or something and like try to like shove it all the way around. But I guess we'll see. Finding new stuff, easing the search process, saving suggestions in case YouTube removes the live chat. That's the point for a song suggestion. Well, I appreciate it very much. Yeah, because I was going to say, I will go back sometimes and I'll see people's old VODs because sometimes I like to watch certain VODs like from a long time ago from certain content creators because like I really enjoyed that era of their content. And sometimes it'll just have the chat gone for no reason. Like I think it's just over time, maybe YouTube didn't process the chat. I don't know why that happens. I don't know, but it seems to be a thing. Apparently it's happened to a couple of my streams, but like I never have ever turned off chat on anything. I mean, if I ever had to, I feel like I'd probably make like a thing in the description, be like, yeah, it's been disabled or whatever, but like I've never had a reason to. You know what I mean? Like it's, yeah, but either way, I have no idea. There's some very good vids on YouTube that could help with that. Yeah. I might have to check them out. Gonna head out now and eat breakfast. Take care, butter. Much luck. Thank you, Andy. I appreciate that. And I hope that your breakfast is absolutely delicious. Thank you for hanging out. I hope you have a good one. Zoinski. That reminds me of Scooby-Doo. I'm not gonna lie. I played Infinity Nikki before it got messed up. I know last I saw the Google Play rating went from a 4.5 down to a 1.5. With how rough it became, don't know if it's been fixed yet. Oof. I know that there was like a bit of a thing because I watched a video on it yesterday actually. Apparently they like said if it got wishlisted at the beginning like 200,000 times, they were going to give away this really rare item. And then apparently it like hit 200,000 and then they like changed the final prize and they gave people something else that was less valuable and people were like really upset about that, which is understandable. I would be too. It's like if I wishlist this game because I wanted to like get that rare item, I'm expecting that that's what I'm going to get, what you advertise. So like to go and then backpedal and be like, oh no, you're just going to get more of more wishes or whatever they're called instead of this like really rare item that's going to be super useful. Like you're only giving away one. Like you could have just given the one and people wouldn't have been upset. So the fact that you like backtrack and then you change it without addressing it, like people aren't going to notice. I think honestly, if I had to guess, I feel like it was maybe a way to generate buzz around the game, like with that, because it was sort of like it's not really a problem because they fixed it in the end. They ended up giving people the reward, and I think they ended up like giving them more than just the reward they earned. So like, that was good, but I was like, oh, maybe that's just like media. Like any attention is good attention. Let's do this. This is like the smallest way we can have drama that isn't like going to get us in legal trouble. Like it's fine. So my thought process was that, but then the stuff with like the campaign of the game changing so rapidly and them just basically like wiping the original initial story and then like wiping the second story or whatever, like that just seems like I don't know, maybe they just, I have no idea. I have no idea what was going on. They have, Butter is a G, Butter remembers. I do remember. I do. I like Balloon Tower Defense 2 and a game series called Papa's Pizzeria back in middle school. I wanted to play Papa's Pizzeria again. I haven't played it in a very long time. I think I played it once. I feel like I remember someone telling me to play it and I was like, I'll check it out. And then I remember seeing it and I was like, I remember this game. So I don't know. Butter, doth thee feed our master Pochi treats? Absolutely, you know I do. She's... This is bad. We've had to restrict her diet a little bit because she was getting a little festively plump. The thing with like dachshunds or dachshunds, miniatures especially, is they're very long. So their spine is also long, obviously. But when they get a bit overweight, it can put a lot of strain on their back, which when they get older can lead to spinal issues. So she was getting a little bit chubby because she is a garbage disposal with 4 legs. That's literally like who she is. So we've had to cut back a little bit on the food to help her manage her weight. She's doing great. She's looking fabulous, but she does get her treats. She lives for the treats, to be honest with you. She really does. Every time I'm cutting up my chicken, whenever I'm getting ready to have it for the rice, she's always sitting right there staring at me with those like little watery puppy eyes. She's like, Mama, give me some chimkin, please. And it's like, don't look at me like that. You know I'm a fool. She knows exactly how to play me, like every time to get some chicken. I'm a sucker. I'm a sucker for those puppy dog eyes. I never heard of Looking Up the Sun. Oh, the song suggestion? Had to leave for a while. What did I miss? Did something interesting happen? We're just yapping. We're just yapping about random stuff, but no shinies or anything like that were missed. I know what song I'm listening to. Hi, Doc. Good to see you. Hello, hello, hello. This is such a good patch of grass to hunt Rolycoly, though. I'm not gonna lie. Like, look how efficient this is. I think they said that the percentage here is 95% for the overworld spawns. And then I think, like, something else technically can spawn. So I wonder if we'll see any of the 5%. I can't remember what it was. I had it up before, but I don't know. I decided to take the day off for school to chill and relax. That sounds really, really nice. I'm not gonna lie. A nice, cozy day. I'm trying to think what my day is going to look like because I did have a nap a little bit ago. So I'm sort of like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to have a bit more time after the stream today to do some stuff and I'm ahead on videos and that. So like I can kind of focus on doing something else if I want to. So I'm trying to think of what I'm going to do. I'm probably going to try to do something. It's late at night. So it's probably going to be like what? Let's say it's an hour now. In about 2 hours or so when I wrap up the stream, because I'll go for 3 hours, I kind of want to, I don't know, I kind of feel like I should go through my closet again and just like organize it, because okay, actually super, super exciting. I don't know if I told you guys, but I had like this glass cabinet display that I didn't have in my room for a long time, and I finally got it back. I put it back in my room, I cleaned it out, reassembled it because it was all apart, and I've put it back in my room. And I've got my Elden Ring stuff on one shelf. At the bottom, I've got my Kuromi and my Melody stuff down the bottom. At least most of it. And then I have like a couple Nekopara figures on top. And then I've got 2 shelves that are empty. And because I got the new glass shelf thingy in here... Am I going to cough? I might. I apologize if that happens. I ended up going through and reorganizing all of my shelving. I wiped everything down, all of my figures. I wiped down all of my shelves. I redid all of my plushies on the shelf. I reorganized my manga. I've got my Tokyo Ghoul up on the shelf right now. And I've got like everything looking quite organized and nice, which is really therapeutic for me. I love like wiping all the dust, cleaning all the figures, having everything all organized and nice again. And I'm like, ah, yes. Balance has been restored, because I was getting a couple new plushies and I was like, oh, okay, like I need to reorganize it now because like the Vulpixes aren't all together anymore, or like, you know, this isn't all together. So I want to like put everything in its groups again. So that's what I've been meaning to do. So yeah. But yeah, I ended up doing that. So I probably will today. Usually I try to wipe off like the area that's in front of me on my desk. But I think after the stream, I'm probably going to like lift up my monitors and my PC, my case, and like wipe underneath all of that. Probably wipe down the cables. And I think maybe also, I won't be able to vacuum because everyone is asleep right now in my house. But I'll probably do that later on in the day. Vacuum like the vents and stuff on my PC. And I think I might go through my wardrobe and just see what's going on in there, because like honestly I wear like the same kind of clothes all the time when I'm at home. Like I have my basic like comfy at home clothes, and I feel like they're always the ones I'm rotating because it's like, oh well, I just washed it, so like it's right there ready to go, you know. But I think I might go through my cupboard. I need to actually start hanging up and putting together little packs of my cosplays because I've been putting them in drawers and I've just realized like I don't have the space to fit all my cosplays in drawers anymore. Like I don't have enough drawers. They take up a lot of room. So I've got like a little box that I've got my wigs in, and I'm going to go through and probably label all those. So like this is this wig for this cosplay and everything, just to make them easier to organize. And then I think I'm going to hang up all of the cosplays on coat hangers and put them in my cupboard that's near my bed. So that'll just be like my cosplay cupboard. And then I can go back to using my my drawers for like all my stuff, like because my like socks and everything are all in one drawer, and it's like I think I need to space my socks and like my underwear and stuff in like 2 separate drawers because it's always the drawer that gets the most crowded. You know what I mean? So I'm like, okay, maybe I'll do that. So I'll probably do that actually after the stream today and just have some videos on in the background while I do that. So I think it'll be nice. In the second DLC, Butter, if you go to the cafeteria, there is an Academy special, Catch Power Level 2, Egg Power 1, Sparkling Power, all types Level 1. So nothing crazy, but I've seen people get a lot with it. I think for a period of time before I was using sandwiches, I think I was using that occasionally on Hunt's Zoys. So thank you for letting me know where that is. So you'll drop 10 suggestions. It was a good group. Chubby Pochi, oh, Cloak could be lurking potentially. Dankeschön. That's thank you. That's thank you in German, isn't it? So sad that Pochi has been made so plump, but it's even sadder she's not getting she's not getting fed. No, she's getting fed. She's got food there. But the thing is, we usually have a bowl of dry food on the ground. So then like if Rhino ever wants to eat, because Rhino is like really good at being like, okay, I'm full, like I'll leave food in the bowl. But Pochi's like, I see food, I eat it. So like we've had to be more careful with having that just being down because she doesn't know self-control. She really is just completely like her whole, like she just sees like a chicken drumstick and she starts like levitating, like, you know, Pepe Le Pew, like she does that. It's crazy. Make sure to eat very slowly in front of Pochi. Aww. But I go to bed after stream. What was the point in fixing a sleeping pattern? You know what? We can say that's always, but you know what it was? I did break my sleep schedule in terms of like what time I'm going to sleep, but I've been getting more sleep now that I'm going back to being a vampire. So I don't know what I'm going to do. No, actually I do know what I'm going to do. So I've got this stream and then I've got, so tomorrow will probably be a short going up and then the next day will be my final stream before I go away for a little bit. I am going to take melatonin after that stream because that will fix it just before I need to have my sleep schedule reorganized. I don't like to use melatonin because it builds up your resistance to like naturally producing it. So that's why I don't use it. But I do have my old melatonin there. So I'm going to have to call on it. Kira, hi. I am doing well, thank you. How are you? Good to see you. For real. Listen, my sleep schedule is just infinitely in a cycle of being like cooked. Extremely weird question. Which Pokemon trainer seems like someone who likes beach balls and the inflatable pool toys? Which Pokemon trainer? Do you mean like of like a gym leader and stuff? Because isn't that technically a Pokemon trainer? Hi Larry, good to see you. I am well, thanks. How are you? Skibbity. For real. So real. Tear ran down my cheek. Sir Hog Cup is a thing, and Butter cleaning at her free time seems fitting somehow. Yeah, I love cleaning. Like I have like a really, I don't know. It's not like an impulsive thing. It's not like that, but it's like when I get anxious, I like cleaning a lot. Like it's like one of the only things that seems to like that I can do that's productive that like helps me to self-soothe. I don't know. When the flooring gets laid out and the boxes get unpacked and the stuff zero already gets moved, then I'll be waking up at 3 a.m. And going to bed at 7 p.m. You're going to be on that grind, that early morning grind. But if there is a soup place near you, if so, you can ask them if they have old unwanted soup bags and you can put them in bags and then hang them up. That's actually a really good idea. I never thought about asking that, but that would keep them all protected and it would keep everything together, like all the little pieces. Because like a lot of my cosplays will have like pieces like hair accessories that I have to go with them, or like the cappy one even has like the cap, it has the neck scarf, it has like a headband, it has like a whole thing. So that would actually be a really good idea. Who is Hog Cup? Apparently Hog Cup has been born today. I don't know. The real alpha schedule, it is like for me, my favorite schedule for me to be on is like waking up at like 5 a.m. and then like going to bed at like 12 at midnight. I really like that schedule, but like it doesn't always last for me. Amazing every time. Danke schön, formally thank you. Bitte schön, you're welcome. Perfect, thank you. Sorry, when is your last day before your break? So the last stream, I got to remember because like my time right now is different to your guys' time. Because right now for me, it's Monday. It's Monday the 9th. It's 1 a.m. on 1:30, Monday the 9th. So my next stream and my last stream before I go away will be on the 11th. So I think it'll be the 10th for most of you guys. That will be my last stream before I go away. It'll be about eight days that I'll be away for. So there won't be a stream, but there'll be videos and stuff going up. But I won't be live for about 8 days, which is going to be crazy, but it's okay. I should just be like crying in the last stream, like, guys, don't forget about me. I'll just come back and I'll be like an absolute giga chad. No, I won't be. We all know that's a lie, but still, it'll be fine. So yeah, it's going to be the 11th for me, but for most of you guys, it'll be the 10th. That'll be when I'm doing my last stream. So yeah. My favorite drug, well, next to caffeine. Caffeine and sugar are like, I don't know. I feel like they're like some of the tricky ones. You're going to fall asleep on the table. I called it. Probably. But like right now, it's because I had a nap. My problem was I was weak and I napped. And it wasn't just like a little 40-minute nap either. Actually, no, it was yesterday. Because yesterday I was like, I'm kind of tired. And it was like 6 p.m. and I'd been up for like already a while. And I was like, well, if I have a nap, it'll probably just be an actual sleep at this point. Tell me why. After 40 minutes, I wake up and I'm able to stay awake then for like 14 more hours running off that 40 minutes. Tell me why. Because sometimes when I nap, I'm like, I need to go back to bed and I'm like, I shouldn't have napped because now I'm really tired. But like, it was one of those naps where it like actually did give me more energy and I'm like, oh no, this was meant to be a sleep, not a nap. So, but I did get sleep in the end. I did end up getting more sleep. So you know what, even if my sleep schedule isn't great, which is kind of frustrating, in this situation, I will just have to go to melatonin. I don't like to do it. I really try to avoid it. I prefer to just naturally get to rest on my own. But like, this is a situation where I need to be awake for flights and stuff. So like, I'm going to have to do it. But, you know, as long as I'm getting sleep, I would rather at least get sleep at a horrible time than not rest at all. And that's where I'm at right now because my brain function just goes down even more and we can't afford to lose any more brain cells right now. Oh my God, no way. Yay. The question. I've been away from German too long. I forgot the umlaut. Maybe. I'm doing okay, bit tired. I hate that it's Monday soon, but hope you get the shiny for this one. Thank you, Kira. I appreciate that. I hope so too. I really, really do. I had a feeling at the start of the stream that we might get lucky with this one. Because, I don't know, I've got something kind of different planned for the final for Gen 9. A little bit different to what we've been doing. Obviously, it's not going to be in Sword and Shield because there are no Gen 9 Pokemon in Sword and Shield. So it's going to be a little bit different, but it should be a good time. I am at least hoping so. But I realize now that I'm saying that out loud and I wrote it down and I almost forgot about it. Glad you reminded me. I have to do a little bit of prep for that actually tomorrow. So I will do that. And then we should be good. I'm glad that we talked about that because I might have been a little bit in trouble if we didn't. Oh. I got a shiny Zebstrika with the Academy Special early last year. Really? I haven't got Zebstrika yet. I need to, though. I need to. Lemon melon cookie, lemon melon cookie, lemon melon melon cookie. I know. I saw so many shorts that were animated with that audio. It's so cute. It's really cute. It's just the week. It basically is a week. I know. It's like 8 days. But for me, that's going to be like the longest I haven't streamed in a really long time. So for me, it's gonna be weird. 8 is my lucky number. Don't know how that helps anyone. Just wanted to say. You're like me, Zoe. I'm like, 3 is my lucky number, by the way. Like, no one else is paying attention. And I'm like, listen, trust me. This is like a deep thing for me. I don't know what's happening. Like, I don't usually like, I wouldn't say I'm like the superstitious type, as I've said before. But I've been seeing a lot of 333 around. And I ain't been looking for it, so I don't know what that's trying to tell me. If it's even trying to tell me anything. But it's mighty convenient. Mighty convenient, okay? Is now and forever the fish fillet guy. Fish fillet? Did I miss something? What was it? What happened with fish fillet? Also, you know what I never got to try, and I'm kind of glad because it kind of scares me? You know that McDonald's fish burger? I want to know how many of you have tried it and actually like it. I'm too scared to ever eat it. I wouldn't take the hit with my celiac disease for it, but like, who of you has actually had it and you're like, yeah, it's good? What is it called again? I forget what it's called. No worries, Happy Dragon. Thanks for hanging out. Like using melatonin, US and Canadians rise up. I know. I was like, I'm going to have to do it. Like, I'm going to need to set my sleep schedule right. Like, at this point, if I don't get the sleep, I'm going to be, you know, at least if I have like rest and it's not at a great time, at least I'll be slightly less like all over the place, you know? Yeah, any trainer type like gym leader or Elite Four? Yeah, maybe Misty is a good call, only because she's like the one water one that I can think of right now. And sugar is a fast-acting carbohydrate, not really a drug if you ask me. I wouldn't, maybe not a drug, but I've known people close to me that were like extremely addicted to sugar, like completely like addicted. Like their need for sugar or their cravings for sugar like overruled their lives in like a very like, you might think like, oh, how can it be that deep? But like, I'm just saying, I've seen it. I've been close to it. I've seen people with very severe sugar addictions and they do things that are not great because they need to get their fix of sugar. So like to me, I've seen that. And so in my mind, I classify like sugar as like, I would classify it as like an addiction. So I don't know. I'm meaning to ask, who are you planning to shiny hunt for Gen 6? For Gen 6? But oh, do you mean Gen 9? Or do you mean actually Gen 6? You know who I hunted for, Vulture. You know who I did. Glad I can help. How's your weekend though? Oh, I appreciate that, Kira. And it's been good. It's been good. I tried to take a bit of a break from screen time over the weekend just to like kind of chill and like rest my eyes. Because I'm like, yeah, I've been looking at the screen a lot lately because I've been like really going for it. Like I've been having like very, like normally I don't think I've could say when I had a full day of doing absolutely nothing for the channel. I couldn't tell you when the last time I did that was completely because it's like, it's, I always want to be doing stuff on it. But there are days where I will do like occasionally, like I'll try to aim for like once a week. I'll have one day where I only put like a couple hours in, but for every other day, it'll be like big days. But it's been like lately, I hadn't been having like any days for like a couple weeks where I had like a day of like almost nothing. And I think it was catching up with me. So I tried to spend a little bit less time during the day, like on my computer, just sort of like doing stuff around the house or outside or whatever. And then usually at nighttime, I was trying to do, I've been working on Elden Ring. So it's been good. It's been a good weekend. It's been a good weekend. I think, like I said, right now, I'm kind of enjoying the fact that I'm ahead on videos. That's always a really good feeling. So tried to sneak in a little bit more rest time because I hadn't been having any rest time. So it's been a good weekend. What about you? Did you say 3 is the lucky number after Hardcore 2.0? Yeah, because 3 for me is I want to say it's my lucky number. My brain is broken. Pokemon stops making sense after Gen 5. Nobody be getting those gens right. Monster. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I'm pretty good with Gen 8. Obviously, I'm pretty well versed with Gen 8. I feel like for the most part, I'm pretty well versed with Gen 7. But I definitely struggle. For some reason, for me, I always feel like I get Gen 5 and Gen 6 in part a little bit like, I get them a little flipped around with some aspects. I saw it all at Ace the other day. I was looking at chat. JK, by the way. Aww. I saw a video on the Switch 2 is allowing faster loading times on Pokemon games without the Switch 2 patch, Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl. Yeah, people were saying that. So I'm like, for soft resetting, that's huge. Because now people can do some of those soft reset hunts and not feel as overwhelmed. Is it fillet? Fillet of fish? Fish fillet guy dropped fish fillet for a song suggestion. Oh, it was a song suggestion. Fillet of fish. Is it fillet or fillet? I'm going to say it's fillet of fish. Tried it recently and it was bad. Yeah, it was. I thought it would be, but I was like, sometimes those things that you think are going to be really bad, people are like, nah, they're actually really good, but it scares me. I don't know why. I don't know why it scares me. Like, I like fish, but like, I don't know if I've ever had a fish burger. to be honest with you. That's like kind of foreign to me. I've had like fish cakes, but not like fish as a burger. I forgot to feed the cats, BRB. No worries, always go feed them. Who are you planning to hunt for Gen 5? Oh, it's a big mystery, you guys. I wonder who it's going to be. You said you changed it to Inkay. Oh, yeah, you were asking who I was originally going to hunt? I was originally going to hunt Bunnelby. Because I already had, no, sorry, Diggersby, because I already hunted Bunnelby. And I was going to go for Diggersby because I was like, I could do it as a soft reset check. And I was thinking of doing that one. That was my original target. And then last minute, that's the only one I changed last minute. Was Diggersby to Inkay. For sure, my life feels a lot better, different without sugar, but then I really want it. I'm gonna be honest. I used to be really bad with it too. Like I had like the sweetest sweet tooth that of anyone I knew. Like I don't even want to tell you guys how bad I was at some points. It was really bad. Like I've been both underweight and overweight in my life. I've been on both sides. And I would say, I think I was about 16 or so that I realized I'd put on some weight because I grew up being really underweight. And then I was like, oh, okay. One day I just looked in the mirror. I was like, oh, okay. What's going on? And then I actually checked my weight on the scale for the first time in a long time. And I was like, oh, wow, that's not good. So I was like, okay, I need to lose weight. I locked in. I lost the weight. And then since then, I've always sort of maintained around a certain area of that. For me, it was the biggest thing of getting to a point where I could just maintain it. And that's what I've been able to do pretty well. But even after I lost weight, I still struggled a lot with like having really mad cravings for sugar, like chocolate. Like oh my gosh, that was like my Achilles heel. I was like, if I could just like kick my craving of chocolate, I would be the healthiest person ever, because that's the main thing I want that's bad for me. Was chocolate. It was like so bad. Like it didn't have to be just white chocolate. I liked every chocolate. It was like whatever my favorite thing was at the time, I could eat so many of them a day. This is going to sound so bad. I don't even want to out myself, but I feel like just to show you like you can break out of it. I would like eat nothing for a day, except I would get, oh my gosh, this is so bad. They had white chocolate Snickers bars. They would go on sale like for 75 cents. They are not the little ones. They're like the family size ones, right? The bars. Not like a block, but like a bar. I would get like, I would spend like, this is so bad. But I'm going to tell you because I got out of this and I don't do this anymore. But I think it was also probably correlation with like my brain being not like in a good place, right? At the time. But I would buy like 30 of them. And I would eat like 10 a day, and that would be all I would eat. Would just be like 10 of these white chocolate Snickers bars, and that would be my diet. And I'd be like, oh yes, sugar, great. I would always get like the shakes later though, because I was obviously eating a lot of sugar and I wasn't really like putting anything actually nutritious in my body. But I would just run off of that. That would be all I would eat, and it'd be all I would want to eat. I'm like, I'm an adult. I can do whatever I want. I felt horrible, and it was really bad for me. But it was also at a time when I think I'd also been really sick for a long time in my body, and I didn't know what was wrong with me. It was when I think this was at a point where I was really depressed because I was going through lots of chronic pain, and I was doing, there's our little spawn. We got to check it just because it's low chance. But I was really sick, and I had been eating so well. I was eating salad sandwiches. I was eating like all these I was eating healthily for so long, and I felt horrible in my body. Like not how I looked, like physically. Like I was having excruciating pain every day. Like, as I've told you guys, I had to go and get, like, I had to speak to so many specialists. There were so many things that they would find, and they think that they finally figured out what was wrong with me, and then it wouldn't be anything after we'd go to the final step. I told you guys I had to have 2 procedures where they had to put me under anesthetic, and I had to do, there was like a biopsy sample. They had to take tissue out of me. There was like I don't want to get too into it, but there was like tumors and stuff. There were things going on in my body, but they were like, ultimately everything was like, oh, you're healthy. Like you're fine. Like there's nothing wrong. I had doctors literally tell me like, you are making this up. There's nothing wrong with you. Like this is in your head. I had doctors tell me that. And I'm like, I know at my age, I should not feel like this. I just remember like constantly being crying. I would be passing out at my actual job because I would have such bad and intense pain. And I was like throwing up. I got really, really underweight because my body was like struggling so much to function. Like I had all these other things that were wrong with me, but apparently like there was nothing causing it. I was just an anomaly. Like it was all in my head. And that was really sad because I was like going through all this stuff. And like while everyone my age was like healthy and going out and doing stuff, I would barely have the energy to like do anything. Like I felt horrible, genuinely horrible. And it wasn't until I found out a few things. Like obviously I've told you guys I have celiac disease, and that was like one doctor finally was like, everything you're telling me, we need to do like some blood work. He's like, let's go check if you've got the gene for it. I had the gene for it. Okay, let's go get you in. Let's put you under. Let's take a biopsy sample. And they did another like they did like a few, I don't know, like they had cameras going in all different places. I'll just say that. I was asleep for it though. I don't remember. But I remember they had to do a bunch of that sort of stuff. There was a bit of recovery time within that. And then they did the procedure the first time. And the thing was, to test celiac disease, you have to eat at least 2 pieces of bread every single day. They basically want you to flare it up for 8 weeks. So I was feeling pretty horrible. I was feeling really, really not good. We do the surgery. I'm like, sweet, now I can just go back to like not eating this and seeing if that's like going to help. Because the thing is with celiac disease, even if you like stop having it, it still like takes a while for your body to recover from your last bout of having like gluten in it. So I go past like a month, 3 weeks later, and they're like, hey, so like we actually didn't take enough sample tissue. We're going to have to do the procedure again, which meant I had to do another 8 weeks of eating gluten again and messing my body up, which was really not fun and really horrible. But I thought like my whole life I was just meant to have pain. Like I really did. I thought my whole life it was normal to feel pain all the time. Turns out that's not normal. That's not normal. That's not a good feeling. So yeah, eventually I got in, I did it again. And this time they take enough of a biopsy sample and they do a couple other things because there's a couple of things they have to figure out, but they do it. Yep. Okay. I get out of being under anesthetic and the lady is like, looks like everything's great. I'm like, are you serious? Like, what do you mean everything looks great? Like, that means we just are back to square one now. Like, what else? What are our other options? Because there were so many things the doctors thought I had, right? And then eventually, a week later, I get a call. Okay, we've got results. You need to come in. And they're like, yeah, you tested, you hit every marker. Like, you absolutely have celiac disease. Like, not only do you have celiac disease, but your body struggles to break down, like, every single thing. Like, dairy, like, sugars, like, fibers, like, everything. Because my body had been so damaged from eating gluten for so long. And, like, the level of the celiac. And I was like, oh, so that's what it is. My body's just been attacking itself. So, moral of the story with that, my whole side tangent there, is if you feel like something's wrong in your body, even if you talk to some doctors and they don't believe that there's something wrong, if you know in yourself there's something wrong, don't let somebody tell you that it's fine. Like, keep pushing until the right person listens to you and you can get that help. Because it took me over like 9 years of like me being aware that like maybe I shouldn't feel like this to find somebody who actually figured out I had celiac disease. 9 years, many doctors, many specialists, many waiting lists and appointments. It was a whole thing. Because I was actually meant to go in to get my first procedure to get it all tested in 2020. But then the pandemic happened and they canceled every single surgery that was meant to happen unless it was like literally a life or death thing because they didn't want people in the hospitals. And then I had to wait till everything settled down. So I didn't end up getting that happening till like a couple years. Like I think it was 2 years later. I think it was 2 years later that I got in. I think it was something like that. But yeah, it was a crazy time. But I'm just saying all that because like if you feel horrible and you know that something's not right, you should push and advocate to get yourself seen to and see what's wrong, even if it takes a long time. Because I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't have to feel like I'm in constant pain anymore. Let's go. But I was like really not in a good place. And I think I'd just given up because I think I'd had so many doctors just tell me there's nothing wrong with you. Like it's in your head. And I was like, I know it's not. But like, I'm sick of taking care of myself and my body still is against me. So I just got into some really bad like eating habits and stuff. And I just said, screw it. I'm going to feel bad anyway. So like, why not do it? But yeah, that is my ramble. I'm sorry if I missed some chats in that, but I just wanted to go over it because it's like, it was kind of a big thing. Yeah. Butterfat. Wow, Trubbish looks uncanny here in this game. It does. That's terrible. I hope they figured it out. And they did figure it out in the end. I also have IBS and a couple other things, but you know, in the end, they figured it all out. And there's a few things like we still have to watch and keep an eye on because I still do have, it's not like an issue right now. Like they're benign, but they found that because they thought that there was something wrong with my liver because I have a bunch of tumors on my liver, but they said that they're all benign. They just said we just got to keep on top of them and watch them. So make sure nothing basically happens there because, you know, they can turn at any point. That is a possibility. And I do have like a family history with that kind of thing, you know, so it's like, okay, we'll just keep an eye on it. So in a way it was good because we found other things that we like probably would never have known had we not had to do all that testing and stuff. But in the end of the day, now I know, okay, gluten's a no, that's not good. And I know that I wasn't crazy, which that was like the best thing ever. I know this might sound like kind of cringe, but like having to go that long of so many people telling you that there's like nothing wrong with you or you're crazy or whatever. And then finally like getting the doctor telling you like, yeah, we've got it. We know what's wrong with you. I cried. I cried because I was like, finally I have answers to what's been wrong with me this whole time. So, and it's, yeah, it's crazy, but thank you, Zoes. Aw. And that was actually my, it was funny because my second surgery, I'm pretty sure I was making YouTube videos at the time. And I was like, how am I going to work on YouTube videos when I'm recovering? But I don't think I was streaming at that time, but yeah. Oh, 8 weeks. Yeah, 8 weeks. 8 weeks they have to have you eating when they're testing celiac through like a biopsy sample, when they have to take tissue out of your, I think it's your small intestine or something. I know I have a little scar because I had to put a camera in my tummy and through my belly. They did it through my tummy, through my belly button. They did a few different things because I really wanted to like see what was going on because of like all the weird stuff that was happening. It was not fun because I don't know if you guys know this, but like when you, because I couldn't have normal anesthetic because of like allergies to like regular. So the other anesthetic we had like really bloated up my tummy. And the thing is, you'll find sometimes after you have anesthetic is like that the time afterwards, like it'll cause pain in other areas of your body than where you actually had the procedure done. So like the recovery for me on the second one was a bit more rough because it was like only a couple, like, you know what I mean, months ago. I already had a procedure and now I had another one and there was more tissue. And I think my body was like, I just don't think it meant to go through like a bunch of procedures in like a short amount of time. You know what I mean? And especially because my body was obviously like fighting against itself because of like the celiac flaring up. It's a thing, but yeah. Hi, Snowy. I hope you're doing well. Hey, I know this hurts, but do it again. Yeah, it was not fun. It was not fun. But in the end, they got answers for me, and that's all I can. I mean, if I had to do it a third time, but I got answers, I would have done it because I just wanted to know what was wrong with me. But yeah, such a sad story. Glad they figured it out. Me too. I'm glad too. I'd be catching multiple shinies of the same species in Legends Arceus, I guess, because I've spent like 200 hours in the same areas. I first got a shiny Beautifly, then shiny Wurmple, then another Wurmple. Nice! I need to complete the Wurmple line, actually. I'm a bit behind. I think I only have Beautifly of that line. I'm gonna head out. No worries, Robert. You take care. Have a good one. I'm currently playing Deltarune Chapter 4 as I smoked the Chapter 3 secret boss. Congrats, Forces. I've been seeing that popping up on Steam. I guess everything happens for a reason. Exactly. And that's what I think. I'm like, well, now I've got answers and I know more about what's going on in my body than what I did before. So like, I'll take it. Pokemon Go are doing a YouTube poll for August. Oh, are they? That's kind of cool. I'll have to go check what they have there. I had a line for lipoma, is it? Scare in 2023. Turns out it was a lymph node. Is just, yeah, scared. And the thing is too, though, you have to still be careful because lymph nodes flaring up can also be like indicative of like something potentially cancerous as well. I know that's also a thing. So that would have been very scary because I know that when they get inflamed, it is painful. Yeah, probably. Also, that's not cringe. Someone finally listened when you said something was wrong. Yeah, it was nice. It was really nice to have that experience because I had seen so many doctors. And like I said, the one doctor, there was like one specific doctor who looked at me, like I remember her too. I remember like, I don't remember her name, but I remember her face and she was at the hospital and she's like, she looked at me dead in my eyes and she's like, the test is showing there's nothing wrong. So it's in your head. You need to stop thinking that you have pain. Like I remember she was so rude about it and I just was so mad. I never felt so mad in my whole life because I was like, I think I just like, I got in the car and I just cried to my mom. I just cried to my mom. I was like, no one, like they're never going to find what's wrong with me. I'm just going to be in pain forever. Like that's what I remember feeling like. I was so upset. Because even my mom was like, I've seen her when this gets bad. Like she's like, there's something wrong. Like, because I would have flare-ups so it would be really, really bad. And like, you know, it's funny now thinking back because there were so many things that I feel like should have been more obvious. Like I would get there's this form of dermatitis you get when you have like celiac disease, when you have gluten, and it basically looks like a bunch of blisters and stuff. And I used to get it really bad on my hands, really, really bad. It would be so excruciatingly itchy. And essentially is what it is when your body has celiac disease and you eat gluten. Your body is like, oh, this is poison, so it sends white blood cells to attack it, but basically it attacks your own body. And so like that was a form of like it outwardly showing itself. And I would go to the doctors my whole life as a kid. My mom would take me as a kid and they would just give her creams and stuff and like, oh, put the cream on and that'll help. Nothing ever helped. But that was like something that had been a problem like my whole life. And then after I stopped having gluten, I don't get them anymore. I don't have that dermatitis anymore. And it's because it was linked to celiac disease. But it's like that's such a thing like now that I'm like, how did they not pick that up? But, you know, I suppose, I don't know, maybe they just see so many people that they're not thinking that. But, you know, I guess with the knowledge I have now, if I ever had anyone around and they were describing things similar to what I had, I'd be like, go get checked, because you just can do there's like a certain blood test you can do that can like check if you have like the gene for it. And then that can kind of like take you down a path. But yeah, I find it interesting to talk about because I feel like sometimes I feel like it's kind of like not taboo. I don't think it's like taboo. I think more people are more open talking about like how they go about getting diagnoses and stuff these days. And I think a lot of people share the experience of like maybe having experiences with doctors that haven't really listened or just brush things off to the side. And like, I think it's one of those things that it can be important to hear. Like you should advocate for yourself and you know, keep pushing, even if it feels like sometimes you're smacking your head against a wall, because all it takes is one person to pick up on something and then, you know. But it seems like you collect not only Pokemon but health issues as well. Hope the things that can recover do so. Thank you, Angel Lover. I appreciate that. I'm gonna be honest, like I think I'm pretty lucky because I will say that it could have been a lot worse. I could still be here, still not knowing what's wrong with me and still being in pain. And like, so for me, I think after I figured out what was wrong, that was when I like locked in and I was like, okay, now we're like taking care of ourselves. Like now that we know what's wrong, I want to feel good again. I want to know what it's like to not live with pain. And then I think once I got to that point of being like, I'm not in excruciating pain every single day, I don't ever want to go back. Like, that's why I'm like pretty diligent about not breaking it, because it's like, if I do eat gluten, it's going to hurt really bad and it's going to not be fun for me. The recovery isn't just like, oh, the next day I've got a bit of a tummy ache. Like for me personally, my celiac's pretty bad. Like whenever I do have gluten, like usually I'm down for like a while, like can be weeks sometimes. So I just am like, I wouldn't want to feel like that. So like that. So for me, in a way, that kind of did help with like cutting out a bunch of bad foods, because I can't eat a lot of junk food anymore. I can't eat like a lot of pastries and stuff like that. A lot of like chocolate and stuff has like glucose syrups in it that have things in them that have like that have gluten in them. So like that did help a lot, but there are still naughty things I can have that are fine. Like white chocolate Reese's peanut butter cups are one of the few things I can have that don't have gluten in them. So like every once in a while, if I do want one of them, I have, but I've been really locked in. I haven't had one of those and gosh, I can't remember. Over 2 months, maybe nearly 2.5 months. It's been a long time, but I think it's because also I eat a lot of good whole, like rounded food. Like I eat a lot of protein, carbs, and good fats. And the sugar that I mostly get is like from fruit. So yeah, that's been what's working for me, is basically like not cutting out and depriving, but like finding what I need so I feel more balanced. But if I really wanted something, I would have it. My neighbors be screwing with my phone again, and the ads here sometimes crash the stream for me. Not your fault. Hopefully all goes great. I'm probably gonna disappear. That's okay, Monster, no worries. I'm sorry to hear that, but I appreciate you hanging around. Shiny, shiny, shiny. I hope we can get it. Rookie D will win, as it is 79% for the vote. That means a Rookie D wins. Rookie D will have a calm day. I hope so. I want a shiny Corviknight and go. Hop on Minecraft. Hi, Tokamon. Good to see you. I hope you're doing well. I just saw your message. Oh, you're doing that. I was meant to say listen to believe. No, I know what, yeah, I get what you mean. I get what you mean. And you're right. That's exactly what it is. It's like, eventually you'll find somebody, but it can take a long time. But I remember like going in when I was in like a teenager in high school and being like, what's wrong? And then being like, oh, you're just a teenager. It's just, you know, your body growing. So it's whatever. And I'm like, I don't think so. Because that's when it started getting really, really bad. And I was like, I think I just realized like, because I think it was honestly like more people were talking about having like chronic pain and stuff. And like, I remember like finding a couple streamers and stuff who talked about it. I was like, so you're telling me that like not everyone just like has like pain like this all the time and that isn't normal? I thought it was normal to have always like a constant, like at least a little bit of pain all the time. I thought it was. And then I realized that it wasn't. And then I was like, okay, well, let's see what this is about. But I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I went down that path, even though it was a long one. I would much rather the situation I'm at right now and know than like have kept going that way, because it wouldn't have been nice. You just described what happened to me every 2 to 3 months for now with my hands, and I never even considered it. It might be worth checking it out, honestly, because like for me, it was not fun. It was super itchy. Like this is going to be kind of like graphic, so I apologize in advance. You can mute me for a little if you want. But I would get so itchy with the blisters that would happen on my hands and stuff. I would get like a metal ruler and like scrape it because it would hurt. It would be so itchy. It would be so itchy. Like it was ridiculous. And I would also get it on my elbows. And did I say my elbows or my knees? I would get it on my elbows and my knees, and like especially on my hands. My hands were really bad. Like if I were to have gluten right now, the first place it would flare up would be my hands. And that's how I usually can tell if I've accidentally had it. That's like the first sign, is like I'll start to see like the little bumps popping up. I can't remember what the exact form of, what's it called, eczema that it is, but it's like a dermatitis something. If you look up, if you think you could have it, or it sounds like something that you might have, if you look it up on Google, the celiac eczema, it should show you like some pictures of what it can look like. But yeah. I managed to get 5 shiny Porygons. 5, dang, very nice. Oh, the 2s, cool. I like that shiny. I need to hunt it in the main games. Feng Tua, W Cup for rising above and beyond. Aw, you guys are sweet. No, I just, for me, it's something I guess I get passionate about because it was such a big period of my life, and it was such a big thing that affected me for a really long time. And it was like that constant, like, what's going on? Like I knew it, but it was just the best feeling to be like, okay, I know I'm not crazy. Like there is actually something wrong with me. So it's giving me PTSD to the 8 flutter mains. Oh, so you're not happy about it? That's so sad. Oh, I should probably think about a lymph node biopsy. Maybe. I mean, if I'm going to be honest, I feel like going and getting it done before it becomes a potential problem is probably safer. I mean, I know people don't like going to the doctors and like that kind of thing, because it's like it's a whole process. But like, I'm under the mindset of like prevention over cure, which I know you might think is kind of ironic coming from me, because like for a long time I would just sweep things under the rug and be like, it'll buff out, it'll be fine eventually. But I sort of realized after there was so much going on that I was like, oh, okay, like I could have a more improved quality of life if I actually knew what was going on. You know what I mean? And actually found ways to like fix some of these things. Obviously some things are just things you have to do over time, and like they'll flare up and that's how you know about them. Sometimes you don't know they're an issue till the issue is right in front of you, but it might not be a bad idea to get it checked out. PL777, it's Garfield, baby. That's right, it's Garfield. Oh my gosh. I loved that redesign so much. I loved it. I know it was so cursed, but I couldn't help myself. I'm doing good, thank you. How are you doing? Hope all is well. It is going well, Pokemon. I cannot complain, to be honest. I hope all is going well for you too. I can't taste the difference between gluten and gluten-free food most of the time. I have hyperglycemia, which makes sugar crashes suck. Oh, that is not fun at all. Yeah, I was gonna say that would not be a good time. I'm glad that I don't have that. I know that I have issues with my body like breaking down and digesting sugars, but like I don't have hyperglycemia, and I know that's like a whole nother level. So I hate that feeling. I hate that feeling of like that shaky lightheadedness. It's so rough. I feel like when you find some good stuff, honestly, oh, sorry, I bumped the mic. That might have been loud. I apologize. I feel like my favorite stuff to eat is stuff that like isn't made to be like, oh, it's gluten-free. Like I'll have rice and chicken and vegetables, and that's like one of my favorite meals I'll have. I'll just do different variations of that. But I have found a few substitutes for certain things, and I'm like, oh yeah, like this is just as good. Like this is perfect. Like this is fine. I have eaten a lot of things and I'm like, oh, this is horrible. And you know what the worst thing was? The worst one was I've tried to find a good like freezer gluten-free lasagna. Like one that I can just go to the store and buy. So if I don't want to cook one day and I have the craving for it, then I can just grab it out. I have yet to find a single one that is good. They're all bad that I've had. The only good gluten-free lasagna I've had was one that was made from scratch at home, which was a lot of effort because it's really hard to find the right like pasta sheets for it that don't just like turn into like, I don't even know how to explain it. I can't even say it turns into mush because it's not even like that. It just like, it has nothing to it. It's like, but it's the same issue with all of them. So I don't know what's going on in that process that's making it just not possible for me to have a good gluten-free lasagna. But I crave it. I crave it a lot. That's probably like the main thing that I'm like, oh, I'm devastated. I can't find a good gluten-free one. But one day science will advance enough and it will allow me to have my lasagna. Speaking of Garfield, right? Oh, it's so sad. Oh, I have eczema, dry, itchy skin though. No bumps. Yeah, mine used to, I don't have any pictures I know on my phone anymore because I think I moved them all off my phone. But I used to, they were like a bunch of little blisters. So they weren't like regular bumps. It wasn't like, you know when you get like an acne bump and it's just like your skin is raised or whatever, and then it is what it wouldn't look like that. It would look like, you know, when you get a blister on the back of your heel, but it would be small ones of those. Like they would be like little pockets that would be filled with like a clear fluid, and they would be all up the side of my fingers, all over my knuckles and stuff, and it would be so itchy. And I was super self-conscious about showing my hands because I was like, this doesn't make my hands feel nice. It doesn't make me feel confident. I hated when people could see it, so that was not fun. Just kind of reminds me of them. No, that's fair. Well, I don't have symptoms, hence why I don't. That's fair. I mean, if you don't think it's something you want to get checked into, you don't have to. But I'm always of the mindset, if it's a potential worry, sometimes the stress like isn't worth it, and just going in and getting like the peace of mind that everything's fine is a good idea. But if you're not that worried about it, I can't make you, you know. Preach what is important to you. A message can be the one thing that could help someone else live life to the fullest and make it more enjoyable. That's true. And that is so true. Because like now I think like I do talk about it like a good amount. I don't talk about it every single stream, but it's like a lot of you guys who are here often know that I have it. So like I can sort of just be like, oh, I had a pizza. You guys know I had a gluten-free pizza when I say that. But like sometimes I'll talk about things and I'll be like, every once in a while, I'll just have to be like, yeah, gluten, like it's gluten-free or whatever, just so then people aren't like, oh wait, I thought you couldn't eat that. But like, no, I can't eat it, but there's like obviously substitutes and things like that. But I think it's important to talk about because I'm like, the more that people know, maybe the chance that it could help somebody else who maybe has similar symptoms find a diagnosis for themselves, because, you know, it's crazy once you get it, you realize how many other people are struggling with the same thing. Or like I said, reflecting backwards, it's like, holy smokes, how did nobody catch it earlier? Like, but maybe if I'm here saying these things and someone's like, hey, I have this problem and this problem, I've never been tested, maybe I should go and see if that's a thing. I'm like, you know, maybe it can be a lot, like maybe it can be a lot to people who are like, oh, I don't have any issues, like you're just yapping. But it's like genuinely the quality of life improvement that I have felt since knowing and having that has been insane. And like the sooner you catch it, the less damage it does to your body in the long run. Because like because I've been eating gluten pretty much, well, yeah, my whole developmental years of my life, I have issues with my bone density. My doctor believes that my anemia is attributed to my body having malabsorption my whole life, like growing up essentially, because I was constantly eating, like bread's cheap, so like we would eat a lot of bread. That would just be like a staple. Like tomato sauce on bread would be like a dinner sometimes. Like pasta was super cheap. Like it was just what we ate a lot of. And I would constantly, like, I wouldn't feel good, but I just was like, I didn't know how to identify or explain that. I would just say, it makes me feel sick. And then when you're a kid, I think that sometimes parents will hear that and just think, oh, you just don't want to eat it, you're being fussy. Because I was also very fussy. So I think it's like easy for things like that to get brushed off. But you know, if it's something you're genuinely like worried about, something that actually like is affecting you, maybe me talking about it will like help somebody else get an answer for themselves so they don't have to go through that. At least that's what I like to think. And I think it's good too, because I know that there's a lot of stigma around it, which is weird. But like I've experienced a lot of like people just thinking because there's like people who don't eat gluten because it's like a diet thing. Like they're like, oh, I don't eat bread or I don't eat anything like that because it's a diet thing. Like people are allowed to do that if they want to. I don't care. But it'll be weird when someone will go to a restaurant and there's like a gluten-free menu and someone will be like, oh, I want to get this but gluten-free, and they'd be really pedantic about it. And then they'll go and eat like a dessert that has like an ice cream cone, and then the chef will be like, why did I even bother making it gluten-free if you were just gonna, like, you're clearly not, like, it's not a dietary thing, you just didn't want the gluten, like because of like that, but then you're eating it with something else. And so like it can cause places to not be as careful about like food allergies and stuff like that, because like obviously some people are doing it just for like because they don't want to, not because they don't have to. And I like, oh my gosh, I'm ranting about this, but I need to chill. But it's not like a big thing. But I'll see stuff online about like people educating people about celiac disease, and I'll see comments that are like, this is the one that used to make me really sad because I was like, wow, people think that I'm like this, but I like, you know, I'll go places and there won't be food for me because like people don't know how to prepare stuff for it, and that's okay. So I'll just be like, if I'm going somewhere, I'll just bring my own food. Like that's just the easiest thing to do. But there have been a lot of experiences like randomly where it's like, okay, I just am not a part of it because like, you know, that does obviously limit me, unfortunately, which can suck. It can be a little bit isolating. But the thing that would be really, that used to really hurt me was like seeing like people being online like, oh, you're just being like a fussy, like you're just as bad as like, they would always say like, you're just as bad as the vegans or something like that. Or like, they'd always say things like that of like, how could you? Like, how come you're being so difficult? Just eat what's on your plate and stop being a little, you know? But it's like, no, I literally can't. Like it literally damages my body. Like it's not like I'm doing this to be trendy or anything. It's like it's actually poison to my body. So I think sometimes I also have a little bit of a hope that maybe if I educate people about it, that if they come across somebody else who has it, they can be a little more empathetic. Because it's like, you know, you don't think I want to go smack down a Big Mac sometimes? I can't, but sometimes I want to. it's not, and honestly, a lot of the food is a lot more expensive, and a lot of it's not great. You know, I live in not a big place, so there's not a lot of options in terms of like substitutes. So for me, it's nice to, you know, whenever I do get to have something, it's just one of those things. I just like to talk about it because I hope that it can maybe make people a little more empathetic. Not just that, but also, you know, maybe it'll help someone get a diagnosis. I know what you mean. If it means anything, you have nice hands now. Nicer when they're opening the cards. Yeah, with the cards. That's sweet, Zois. Thank you. Dude, back when during elementary school, I used to get super dry skin during the winter, and I was once eating lunch and my teacher saw my hands and she laughed at me and asked if I fell into poison ivy. Who laughs at a kid's hands? That's very weird. I'm sorry you had to deal with someone like that. As if kids aren't already self-conscious enough about what's going on. Hi, Bendable, because my hands got really red because of the cold and the dry skin. That is really mean, yeah. How many more checks? I'm going to go till 3 hours, so whatever that gets us to. Yeah. Does Mama Cup feel bad that you always ate bread and pasta? She's like, I don't want her to feel bad about anything like that because we grew up, like I said, not being in a very financially stable situation. Like, we grew up being quite... we had a house to live in. When I first was growing up, I lived in a caravan, and then eventually we were able to like rent a house, which was pretty cool. I was pretty young though when we lived in the caravan, so like for me, I thought it was exciting. Like I never grew up with like that thing of like, oh, I had this, or like I want this or that. Like I was just happy, you know what I mean, to have like a house. And when I eventually got to be in a house with my own room, that was pretty cool. So I didn't grow up with like a whole bunch of money. That's never been my thing. So like we just made do with stuff, and so like I understood that they were just trying to do the best that they could with what we had. So like, I can understand having a kid who's probably like, they probably grew up with the same way with having things where like, you know, they were just probably brushed off with stuff like, oh, it's not a big deal. And it wasn't like, it like I said, it didn't help that I was also already a fussy kid on top of it. So like, I can understand now from my perspective, like, I'm not mad that it was like kind of just brushed aside. But like, I'm like, obviously now if I were to have my own kid and they were saying like, oh, I feel sick all the time whenever they eat and stuff, if they were honestly constantly saying it, I would be like, okay, well, let's go get you tested and see what's going on. And then if they're lying, then it's like, okay, you're just being fussy. But I would rather know than not know, you know what I mean? This cute VTuber, Cake-chan, defends being autistic something and made me strongly reconsider my extreme social anxiety as autism. Sometimes it's just hearing people speak about things and being like, oh, wait, that's... I relate to that a lot, and it can kind of make you ponder and sort of, you know, see the situation a little bit differently when you hear that it's not just coming out of your head. Bread and pasta? Yeah, I know. Well, I used to eat that as well, pasta. I like paste. I'm sorry, Big Mac. Butter, hi dear, good to see you. That was such a perfect typo. I'm hunting on 2 systems and watching the stream. Leave me alone. It's okay, Zoes. You did the best you could. Aw, I'm so happy. What's going on, dear? What's up? That's crazy. Yeah, I had a teacher call me stupid when I was younger. She knew I had a learning difficulty. She said this in front of my mum. She was the stupid one that day. I don't understand that, like, scolding of the kid to, like, that level in front of a parent. Because in my mind, if someone did that to me about my kid and called my kid stupid in front of me, that no one would call my kid stupid. They can do stupid things, but I wouldn't stand for somebody else calling them stupid. That was like that was my brother. My brother was like very much so like an outside kid. He's never been, I don't believe he's ever been formally diagnosed, but it's always been sort of speculated. He just won't go get the diagnosis, but it's always been sort of a thing that it's pretty heavily assumed that he has ADHD. He can't sit still. He's constantly fiddling. Like there's a lot of stuff there that like, he was the kid that couldn't sit still in class. He was the troublemaker. He was the one that had to make everyone laugh. He thrived being outside playing sport and that kind of thing. But like indoors, having forced to sit, having teachers who didn't have the patience, like there were some teachers that would say things sometimes. I think there was one teacher who said something to my mom, and I remember my mom gave her a mouthful and then she never did it again. No other teachers said anything like that. But there were obviously teachers who were like bringing up his like behavior and stuff, which that's understandable, but yeah, I think he got moved out of her class after that. Thank you, Shiny Pokehunts, Spinnery and Diramaka. Good choices. Terrible teacher experiences in chat. Yeah, I feel like teachers make such a world of difference when it comes to that too, like with school, because like a good teacher will make you absolutely find love and passion within something that maybe you were sort of on the fence about before, but a bad teacher will completely make you like hate it. Like I've had a media teacher who, she was an older woman and she really nurtured my love of like film and television and like my just creative side, and she just wanted to see me thrive with it, and she really tried to nurture that, and I will always be so thankful for her. She was a genuinely incredible teacher. She made me want to delve more into that myself, and I really tried, you know, I really tried to with that. And then I've also had, I remember there was this one math teacher who absolutely hated me. I don't know why he had a problem with me. I wasn't a loud kid. I was a very shy kid. Albeit during that year of school, I didn't show up a whole lot because I was going through some stuff. But when I was there, I would hang out with like some of the kids that were more jokey, but I was the one that wouldn't talk, but I would always be the one that would get called out. Always. And I remember one time he pulled me outside of class and he's like, "What are you doing? Like, you gotta get your head." And I was like, you can ask everybody in there. I wasn't even the one talking. He really didn't like me and he made me hate math, and I just would tune it out because I was like, I know that no matter what I do, if I'm just here, if I smile when anything happens, I'm the one that's getting in trouble. I don't know why it was me, but I used to be really good at math, and then I feel like that was the year that I was like, I'm done. I don't care anymore. And yeah, I was a very well behaved, like all my other classes, my behavior was an A. Like I was quiet. I didn't do anything. I was just there to exist. But like he was the one who was, I don't know. It was weird. I had an English teacher who couldn't speak English. Really? That would have been interesting. I love the Galeria Damarumaka line. It's a good one. Rolycoly is one of the shiny Pokemon I've been hunting since Sword and Shield came out and still never found it. I wonder if it's just one of those more temperamental ones. We'll see. I have ADHD and have a lot of trouble making friends getting along with others because whenever I interact with someone, they always act like they have to dumb things down like I'm a little kid. Yeah, I think that can make people feel like they're being like, people are being too condescending towards them. Yeah, I can understand that. I know that my brother would express feeling like that sometimes. He's like, I know what to do. I just don't want to do it. Like, this feels pointless. I got 5 official football jerseys, and I even got an exclusive Real Madrid jersey that's unrealized. Oh, that's cool. And I got new studs. Nice. Very cool. Sounds like you had a great haul then. Hi, Fox. Good to see you. Good morning from Australia. I hope you're having a good early morning. I am, Fox. I cannot complain. It's like nearly 2:30 a.m. I swear whenever I stream later at night, the time just flies. It's so strange. Yeah, my mom ripped that teacher apart, as she should. It's like, there's a way to go about it, but like, do they think that the parents are going to agree? Like, what? Like, no, that's nuts. Yeah. Oh, man. My trip is going so well. I'm very happy and grateful. I'm glad to hear that. That's awesome. What did the teacher say? Yeah, to what the mum said. Like, I don't know what they can do. A lot of the time I feel like they just don't expect you to like not agree with them, but it's like, you're talking smack about my kid. Like, if there's issues, like, don't name call my child. Or is that crazy? Am I crazy for thinking like that? I just got diagnosed with ADHD a couple years ago. It's a big part of my depression and it sucks. I've heard that, yeah, it always seems to be the way that they seem to be intertwined, don't they? For a lot of people. In 3rd grade, my teacher was like a second mom. She let me stay after school and just talk to her and info dump about my favorite things, and she never yelled at me or got mad at me either. See, those teachers are the ones that I'm like, they deserve the whole entire world. They really do. Because it's like, they don't gain anything out of it other than like, you can just tell that they really care. And it's like, when I see like teachers like that are like struggling to make ends meet and stuff like that, it's just sort of, it's rough. It's really rough. I'm so excited to go back for Tiro and show off I'll show off to my friends with all the new stuff. Yeah, my fave teacher of all time. Yeah, I think everybody has like one or two teachers that are like that they're like, they were a really cool teacher, to be honest. I feel like almost all my favorite teachers though were like in primary school, and then that one film and media teacher, she was really cool, but she was in high school. Yeah, and there was a couple art teachers that I vibed with, and then I remember there was one year I was like, I always used to get along pretty well with my art teachers, and then I remember there was one year there was one art teacher, and she liked the boys in the class a lot more than the girls. It was one of those kind of teachers. I don't know if you've ever had that where they're like, the boys would be the troublemakers, but she would always let everything they did slide, but then she would have no patience for any of the girls. It was, and she'd always have the boys sitting near her desk, and they would have like this weird, I don't know how to explain it. It was kind of weird. It was kind of like, I don't want to say it was flirting because I don't want to call it something that it wasn't, because I don't know if it was, but it always felt like they had this like weird banter that she wouldn't give to the girls, if that makes sense. So I remember that was a very weird situation, and I know she ended up getting like, she wasn't there for like long after that year that I was there. I don't know what happened, if she like never really talked about it. She just was gone one day. And I remember like our English teacher, because they were in the same sector, because I think she taught like other things as well outside of art. But I remember the teacher was like talking about having to reschedule classes and stuff because she was going to have to like fill in for that teacher. So I feel like she left unexpectedly for whatever reason. So I don't know the whole thing to that, but if you've ever experienced that, you probably know what I'm trying to say, but it was very strange. But I did have one other art teacher. My first art teacher in high school. She was an older woman, and she was also really lovely. I really, really liked her. I think it was my grade 9 art teacher that I didn't drive with. I think it was her. I'm pretty sure. I'm trying to remember. It's been so long since I've had to think about that era. I feel like I black out most of my high school experience, to be honest. I'm a stupid homeschooled kid, so I can't relate to a lot of your stories. I ended up doing my last couple years of high school through online schooling. This was like pre-pandemic or anything. It was just like my living situation was not very stable, so online schooling it was, because I wanted to complete high school. Despite everything, I was like, I want to complete it to say I've done it, but like, yeah. Honestly, if I could go back, part of me is like, maybe I would have just asked to do it all from home, but I think I did, and I wasn't allowed to until it got to like a point where I was like, okay, this is like literally the only option. My math teacher in 5th grade tried to spank me for not understanding division. Yeah, like now if you do that, you get fired. That's good. I'm glad to hear it. Thank you, Fox. My worst teacher was my science teacher last year, but my favorite is the high school English teacher. He's teaching 9 to 12. That's good. It's good if you have them for like a couple years in a row, because then I feel like you can kind of get in a drive with them. Not trying to be weird or anything, but there are a lot of cute girls in the place I'm currently in for my trip. I don't think it's weird to acknowledge that they're cute. I don't think that's a bad thing. Shiny backwards. I'm very, very happy. That's good. Hop on Fortnite. I didn't do a project because I didn't know how to start. So on hand-in day, I had nothing. The teacher the year before was the one that approached my mom and got me put in for a dyslexia test. Right. Okay. Interesting. Very interesting. Excuse my bad spelling. I'm just too excited and you'll know. No, that's okay. I wasn't sure if I was misreading it wrong or something, because sometimes I'd be doing that too. Hop on Fortnite. You crazy cats. I had the opposite, but still an art teacher. Loved the girls, hated the lads, mainly me. But to be fair to her, I was horrible in school. Yeah, no, I remember this teacher was always like really, really friendly every year with all the boys. But she just, like I said, it was so weird. It was like always favoritism for the boys. Like I remember it because I remember having art one day at the end of the day, like it was the last period, and I used to have to catch the bus. And I remember the boys were the ones mostly causing the mess in the art area. Like they wouldn't put stuff back where it was meant to go. Like it was the boys, because it was always the boys. Like it was always them. There was only like 4 boys in our art class, and all the rest were girls. And they would all be together in this one section. And it was the section with like near them where they would just grab stuff and then just throw it. And I remember the teacher was like the teacher, I remember one day wanted to keep us back, and half of us were like, we have to go catch the bus. Like, if we don't go now, we're going to miss the bus. Like, I'm not going to not get home because you're punishing us for something the boys did. And I think 2 of the boys were like, oh, we got to go because we got to catch the bus. And she's like, okay, you can go. And then the girls were like, they had to catch the bus. We were like, well, we need to head to the bus too. And they're like, oh, she's like, oh, you're just saying it because you saw the boys go and you just want to get out on time. And it's like, no, like, why did you just believe them but not us? And I remember in my mind, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to walk out because you can't keep me once the bell rings. In my mind, that's how I... She didn't get mad at us, like, again, like, until... I think it was when we came back to art. She's like, we need to talk about what happened in the last session with everyone. And she's like, if I keep you back after class, you'll be staying after class. And I think one of the kids was like, no, well, my parents said if I don't miss the bus, then I'm not going to get home. So I'm not staying back. And that was pretty much everyone was, like, feeling that way against her. The boys didn't even back her up. I think it was just that they just, you know, were friendly to her because it got them better treatment or whatever. But yeah, that was weird. That was such a weird... I forgot about that until I started thinking about it. I was like, I forgot that that even happened, but it was very weird. I don't know. I don't understand that, but I know a lot of people have told me of situations where it's like reversed, where like they have a male teacher who's really good, like, and friendly with like the girl students, but then like, yeah, like what you said, Zoys, where they're like not very nice with the guys. Coordinating the students, maybe. This was actually the first stream I was at the beginning since you added Sly's song. Oh, was it for you? Is it normal to have a crush on a video game character if you're 14? I mean, I had crushes on anime and video game characters when I was like 6 years old, so I think it's fine. The song is peak. I listen to it often. It's a good song. Yeah, I think why not? I don't think there's anything wrong with that. My worst teacher was my Calc 3 professor this past academic year. I was talking to a friend about how bad he was, and she said that her mom had the same professor when she was a freshman. Bro is almost 80. Dang, that is strange. I never had that experience because I didn't grow up in the same place where like either of my parents were raised. So like for me, it was like a whole new set of people that we didn't know. There was no like, it was, we came from a whole different like state. I don't really remember because I was like not sentient for that period of time, but like that was interesting. I can't imagine like having like generations that you know going and having the same teacher. Thanks, guide. I was kind of weird for... I was feeling kind of weird for having a crush on Burn Ice White from Zenless Zone Zero. I don't think that's weird at all. I mean, like, I'm an adult and even I'm like, yep, there are some characters, you know, I am just a girl. I'm like, yeah, they're cute. You know, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. I think as long as it's, you know, especially if you're younger, I think that's so normal. It was very normal for me. When I was that age, I'll say that. Hey, Aaron, good to see you. Zenless Zero is literally just trying to get you crushing. That's true. I feel like a lot of those games are. All the character designs are so great. Hi, Spheel. Good to see you. Set your heart ablaze. I hope you're doing well. Not yucking your yum, like what you like as long as it doesn't hurt anyone or yourself. I think that's exactly the motto to have, honestly. Like, if you're not hurting anybody, you're not hurting yourself, go for it. Go for it. Listen, it's okay. I've talked about this in stream and maybe it'll make you feel a little bit better right now, but when I was a kid, my first ever crush wasn't on a real person. It was on Ash Ketchum. Like I said, I was about 6 years old. My first crush. What can you do? And I feel like growing up through primary school and even through high school, I would have more often crushes on fictional characters than on actual people. So I don't know. I don't know. It is what it is. Went to pre-release last night. Went 5-1 and took 8th. That's pretty darn good. Nice feel. Did you open up anything crazy? Burn Ice Go. Can't stay long. Heading to my best friend's baby shower. Oh, you are a busy field today. I hope it goes well. I caught a shiny Timid Porygon too. Now have a shiny Porygon Z. Nice. We got a few people getting the Porygon grind going on right now. Good to hear it. But my box that I bought was insane. But I got to take off. Love y'all. Set your heart ablaze. Of course, Phil. I hope it all goes well. I look forward to hearing about it in the future. Have a good one. I caught a shiny Timid Porygon. Oh, I just read that. Sorry, Tokamon. Hey, it's the Poets of the Fall guy. We're talking about 5 Pokemon characters. I mean, I feel like it's just... It could be any character, really. Obviously, keep it respectful. No inappropriate, but like you can be like, oh yeah, I had like a crush on this character or whatever. I think that's fine. That I'll say that sounded like you were trying to put on an accent. I wasn't trying to, but if it came out, I apologize. My 6th grade English teacher would always wear short skirts, and she would divide the class. The girls were near the door and the guys would be near her desk. Interesting. That is very strange. I remember I used to have one teacher who would read books because we'd have like a reading period, and he would always put his leg up on someone's desk. And then the person who was like sitting at that desk would always just be like, do not look forward, just look down at the book. I remember that was a thing. Like, he wasn't a weird guy or anything. It was just like this one thing that's like, oh, whose leg is he going to put whose desk is he going to put the leg on this time? But he was never like weird or anything. He was actually a really good teacher. But aside from that, it was like the one meme we had going in class. Ash Ketchum. I was 6 though. So cut me some slack, all right? Cut me some slack. People spend more money on characters they're crushing on, so they are designed to be attractive. That's true. That's true. And I feel like I will say that I enjoy playing as characters that I think are like visually appealing. So nothing wrong with that, I don't think. There's a shiny event in Scarlet and Violet. Oh, is that a Scarlet and... Oh, is that the one you were talking about, Zoys? I guess I'm not that weird after all. No, I think probably most people can relate. At least I feel like in this community, a lot of people have been there, you know? Rhyfoot is mad underrated, honestly. No, that's fair. Top 10 baddies of all time, number 1, Luigi. Good old Luigi. Oh, don't say sorry. Just sounded like someone trying to do an Aussie accent. Oh gosh. I don't know. I think sometimes it slips out. I never hear the Australian in my voice. And you guys will say it when I say certain words and you'll like comment on it. And I'm like, I don't hear it. I do not hear it. But you know, maybe because I'm so desensitized. It must be that. It must be that. I think I'm an accumulation of many different accents, I think. I think I'm an accumulation of things, which isn't a bad thing. Number 2, Robert EO Speedwagon. Number 1, Waluigi. Oh my gosh. That's a pretty base list, I can't lie. I am cuckoo crazy for Crystal Fox from Star Fox Adventures. Oh, Star Fox Adventures. I'm trying to remember Crystal. I'm trying to remember what Crystal looked like. Was she like purpley pink? She was married and her husband worked in the same school and she would invite the guys to her home. What? Like the students? That's like illegal, no? Like, I don't even think in some places you're allowed to technically give a student a ride home in your car. Like, I think usually that's not even like allowed. So how is she getting away with that? I will say, I don't know what happened to that one art teacher, but I don't think that I ever went, like, I don't think any of the schools I went to, there was ever any public information about any of the teachers being fired for anything like that. I remember I told you guys we had a principal who got in the news because he expelled a girl who shaved her head bald, and apparently it went against code of conduct, which was weird because we were a public school. Like, there's no code of conduct for shaving your head. And he expelled her. And then basically her and her family like went to the news and that about it because she shaved her head because her dad had cancer. So that wasn't a very good look for him. I think he had to step back. He was still in the school, but I think he became like a vice principal rather than like the principal after that happened. But like, I don't remember... I don't think I remember any teachers getting fired that I remember them like having it out there. Why? You know? Dude, I'm so tired of every game always having conventionally attractive people. Like, let me have a crush on ugly characters. I mean, I'm sure there are characters that people don't classify as conventionally attractive. But the thing is, they want to make them look good because not only does it, like, is it a good selling point for the game, but, like, also if they want to do merchandising and stuff outside of it, it makes it more sellable. Like, you know, if they want to do figures or plushies or badges or whatever, you know. If somebody resonates with a design, it is more likely that they are then going to want to collect and, like, have, like, somewhat of a shrine to that character. Because they're like, well, the visuals of this character I associate with maybe a good memory because of a game or because of whatever. And then it's like sort of like, oh, well, I also maybe just like the aesthetic, so I want to have that. Like, there are some characters I've seen. There's like I can't remember her name. I've started collecting figures for her, but she doesn't have many figures. She's an illustration figure, so she's not from anything. She's just like an artist original design, and she's so pretty. She's a very pastel character. I started collecting figures of her recently, but like all of them are basically pre-orders because they don't get drops very often because they're not funded by like a company. It's like an artist who's doing a couple of figures. And there's one figure. Oh my gosh. I want to show you guys because I have the picture of it saved. It's going to be dropping, I think, this year. It is probably the most gorgeous figure I've ever seen within my aesthetic. It's not like probably what you guys would expect because there's like pretty like celestial ones, but this is just like very cutesy. Like to me, it's just so cute. But it's going to be like $500 and it's hard because it's like I want it so badly, but I've never spent that amount of money on a figure before. I never have. It's a lot of money. And it's like I am obsessed with it. It's probably the most perfect figure I've ever seen in my whole entire life. But for $500, that's a lot. And then not just it being that much, but like if I don't get it on release, because it's an independent artist, there's not going to be a lot of them made. And then if I wanted to buy it later, it would probably be quite a bit more expensive. So it's like in my mind, it's like I either have to accept that I'm never going to earn it or I've like got to cave and do it. And it's like, I don't know. I've got a couple months to think about it. But even pre-orders are kind of limited because for that kind of thing, you know, like I said, it's not like it's from like a popular manga or like a popular anime or like a show franchise. It's an independent artist figure being made. And it's like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. So I'm going to think about it and maybe I will cave and then it will by far be like the most expensive figure I own. But it is really beautiful. The Yankees in my area all point my southern accent and I don't hear it. The no. I don't hear that, but apparently I do it a lot. Yeah, the students, bro's legit spitting facts. Crystal Fox is like all my favorite colors of blue, honestly, usually revolving around ultraviolet blue and a cornflower blue. I'm gonna have to check because I thought I remembered it being like a lilac-y color, but maybe I'm thinking of something else. That's a massive L for him. Yeah, it was in the news and everything. It was kind of crazy, but that was a long time ago. It wasn't like a global news thing. It was just like a local thing. My weirdest thing with the teacher was in high school equivalent. Every time she talked to me, she kneeled, looked me in the eyes and touched my knees. Was rough to hold back. Oh, she was hot. I'm glad you did though, because that is like someone's gonna get in trouble. I feel like for our school it was like there was a very much like you don't touch the students, you know, and if a student tried to like hug a teacher or something, it was like to be discouraged. Working on some fan art. Oh, cool for you. Gosh, dear, you're asking the wrong person for any advice on pulling people. If you want ugly characters, check out Concord. Concord? Do they have ugly characters? My shaker broke yesterday. Need Butters to get sponsored so I can buy a Buttercup one. I would love that. I would love that so much. I would love like at a point to do like one of the waifu cup things. That would be so cool. I'm not gonna lie. Like low-key, I kind of want to get one, but I don't know whose cup I would get. Because I would want to pick like someone who's like that I enjoy watching, and there's like a few there, but like I think all the ones that I looked at getting at one point are all like not being sold right now, which is kind of sad. But if not, I'd just pick like the cutest design then. I need advice. I don't know how to give you advice on like, unless you're trying to pull like a girlfriend, because I don't want to encourage I don't want to encourage you to, you know, just chat someone up and not mean anything by it. But I mean, don't pretend to be somebody that you're not. That's going to be my best advice, because you won't be able to be that person consistently. At some point they will see who you really are. And so it's better to have more people pass you up on who you actually are, and then find someone who genuinely appreciates you for that, because then they've already seen you as that, and then it won't lead to like things breaking down. I think that's probably a bit of advice I would say, which is kind of heavy, but I think it's good advice. As a man, I've come to realize womanly bodies have a passive effect. They are shapes in life that need to be in my life more. They need to be in my life more. That's fair. There was a Zatanna figure that was 500 USD, not willing, but she looked great. Yeah, I think this one's like 500. It's like 400 and something Australian dollars. I'm so tempted. Yeah. That's a comment. Hi, Alberto. Good to see you. It is a comment, isn't it? Oh, I used to love Sailor Moon and Tuxedo Mask. My eyes watered every time they went through troubles. Yeah, I feel that. I feel like it's so funny because I did when I was really young, like I said, have a crush on Ash. But at the same time, I like wanted him to be with like Misty, and then I wanted him to be with like, I don't know if I wanted him to be with, was it, I kind of Dawn, I kind of did. And then I kind of was like, nah, not Dawn, because Dawn has that thing going with that other guy in the contest. So then I was like, no, I think Serena. So I'm like, it's either Serena or Misty, you know? That's what I always used to think. I was like, I know that he's a cartoon, so we can never be. So I have to ship him with my favorite as I was a kid. Now I don't really think like that, but as a kid, I was like, I wanted them so badly to get together. Now I'm like, I don't care. Do they even put romance in Pokemon anymore? I don't even know. I was looking at the waifu cups on Throne from last stream. I had the same thought. Yeah, I know. I was like, oh, they're so cute. They are really, really cute. But at the same time, it's like, I think all the ones that I want, I think that they're all sold out or they're like discontinued or whatever right now. So it's fine. It's fine. But isn't it obvious what I mean by pulling someone? I assume it's for like, well, in my mind, it's either you want to hook up with them or you want to date them. But they're very different trajectories. And I don't know how to tell you how to... I probably am not the best person to ask for advice, admittedly. I think my first crush on anime character was Sailor Mars and Sailor Venus. I've seen a lot of people who had a crush on Sailor Mars. The worst good part was that she only did that to me. I also managed to get the phone number of a different teacher when I was 15. Angel lover, that's like illegal though. Not that you're gonna get in trouble because you're like the kid in that situation, but oh my gosh. What crazy school were you at? Are you okay? So I need to act like the handsome hunk I am? Exactly. Having confidence is good. Having confidence is good, Dio. Try your Rizzup lines on butter. Oh gosh. Maybe not on me. Unless they're really cheesy, but not like, you know, not anything inappropriate. Barry and Dawn, yeah. JK, by the way, don't do this. Oh gosh. I ship Technicky and Princess Peach. Oh, I remember you were saying that, Myths, in the other stream. I'll keep it appropriate as long as you keep it appropriate. As long as you keep it appropriate. The only real way to be with someone is if they are part of your life. Broken as I am, I connect best with the mama who will probably never see me again. I think it's one of those things, like, if you're going in the way of, like, I think wanting to eventualize a relationship, it's probably not best to listen to someone who's literally not in one, because it's like, I'm just yapping from what I think would be, like, you know, I think would be nice. I think it's like building like somewhat of a friendship there and then going from there. But like, you know, I'm obviously not out in many public situations where people are just like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not going out with the intention of trying to find somebody. Like I said, I'm kind of in a place right now where like I'm kind of actively going against that. Where I'm kind of actively like, oh, like I think I've told you guys. I think I've said something along the lines of like, in my mind, I'm almost like, it's not something I've set in stone, because if the right situation comes along and I'm feeling ready for it and then it all happens, like I don't know what would happen. But I think I mostly tell myself that like, I think I need more time to just be myself and be me. And I think I had a point in my mind, I'm like, I shouldn't even think about dating till I'm like 30, like, but like, obviously if things happen, like, I don't know, I'm not going to be like, if something feels perfect and right, I'm not going to be like pushing it away. But if I don't feel 100% about it, I'm not going to like go against my gut feeling and be like, oh, okay, you know. Because, I mean, it happens. We're human. We make mistakes. We experience things and we realize, okay, maybe this isn't for me. Maybe I thought it was this or whatever it was that. I think at the end of the day, the most important thing you have to do is be true to your feelings about the situation. But don't let desperation be the fuel of, like, going after a person or pursuing a relationship, because that pretty much almost never, I want to say, ever ends well. So, yeah. Imagine we got a rookie D. Butter doesn't need pickup lines. Her smile is enough to get anyone's heart. I wish I could have like a meme of like just a really creepy smile to play right now, but I don't have one. Never say hook or forget. Well, that's what it is. That's the most appropriate way I can say it. Butter, you are a Reese's Buttercup because I want to see you every day because it's like a chocolate bar. I mean, I am here every day, so my first crush was on Sailor Snickers. Is that actually a... I was going to say, which one's that? I'm a child, exactly. Well, that's good. I'm not going to lie. Kids are crazy. I don't know what kids are up to these days, but I don't know. I feel like it's weird every time I because there's a primary school on the way to like one of those malls I go to, and I'll see kids in primary school under the age of 11 with mobile phones. That is so wild to me. Like iPhones, like they have a updated iPhone and they're like 10. I had a little brick Nokia phone and I got it, I think, when I was like 14. That's crazy. Crazy. There's a different model on eBay for 1,657. That sounds like there's this one Kaneki figure I want. Oh, it's so nice. It's so nice. I have it like on my watch list. It's a huge figure of Kaneki from Tokyo Ghoul. It's probably one of the nicest figures I've ever seen in my life, but it's so expensive. I think it's like, I think that it's like 8 grand. And I'm like, I absolutely love it. It's huge. It would be like, it's a massive investment. I don't know if I've ever seen anyone who actually owns this figure, because I don't think it's from like an official, like typical, like it's not Band Presto obviously or anything like that, but it's like, I think one of those indie ones where they hand paint the figures, and it's like, it's so nice, but 8 grand is crazy. There's also a couple really cool Chainsaw Man ones I've seen. I saw a Power one that was really nice and a Denji one that was really cool for like around a band, and I was like, they look good, but that's a lot of money. It's okay, dear. Being lonely is a part of life, I think. I would say I would say get comfortable with being alone, but don't force things because of the loneliness, you know? I got a personality like the paste I used to eat. The ladies just stick to me. How does it feel making a typo? Having someone throw it in your face, Dawn. Oh, that's funny. Oh, Sailor Snickers is the old sailor from the harbor here. He only eats Snickers. Great guy. Well, there you go. Nothing wrong with that. I can't be mad at a man that likes to eat Snickers bars. Unravel, i.e. a top tier opening. You already know it, dear. I've busted that opening. I think that I'm actually in the top % of listeners of that song on Spotify. Like, I'm in like the 0.1%. I unironically, it's in like my favorites. It's in so many of my playlists. I have listened to that song so many times. It's like whenever there's awkward silence, or whenever I like enter, like if I ever have to call like a friend or something and I haven't heard from them in a bit, or just randomly, I will open my call with me playing that song. It's like my theme song at this point, but it's so good. Is that shiny? Ah! Yes! What the heck? We got another one! Oh my gosh, it's like 3 a.m. and I'm yelling so loud. We got another shiny. We actually got another shiny. Oh my gosh. Shiny Rolycoly. What did I say at the start of the stream, you guys? What did I say? I have a feeling that we're going to get the shiny. And for once I was actually right. Oh my gosh. Talking about Tokyo Ghoul Unravel as well. Just peak after peak. What can I say? Oh my gosh. Shiny Rolycoly, another new one crossed off of the list. Oh my gosh. Holy smokes, we actually got another shiny. There's no way we got another one in the challenge. I'm so pumped about that. 2 out of 8. Holy smokes, you guys. We were right. Thank you guys so much. Oh my god, I was not expecting that at all. Oh, I need to breathe. This is like, you know, when I'm doing the videos and I'm like, hey guys, I gotta go shut my door because it's like 4 a.m. It's like nearly 3 a.m. right now, but my door's shut, so it's not that bad. It's not that horrible. But holy smokes, we actually got another shiny. No way. I was kind of scared this one was going to take me a long time because of like a few of the people that have been hunting it in chat and have been having such a rough run with it. So, holy smokes, I'm so thankful. Oh my gosh. Yeah, the Unravel talk did it. I think it did. Rip Sleeping Mama Cup and Brother Cup. Yeah, that might be a rip. I felt the energies. I'm gonna get closer to the universe. Oh boy, not the Cancer Pace 6 stream lives on forever. It does now, Vulture. Oh my gosh, Premier Bullet. I was thinking about quick balling this one because I'm not going to evolve this one, but I feel like with like the bluey-ish on the body, I know the eye is like not yellow, but it's more of an orange. I was thinking either that or maybe the Ultra Ball. I'm going to have a look and see what Pokeball I'm thinking. Oh, would a repeat ball kind of look good? I kind of like the idea of a repeat ball though. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you all so much. That's so sweet. Oh, does this mean a shorter stream? I think it will, Zoes. I think it will. I'm gonna have to go edit together the video for this challenge because we did get the time poll and now we got the Rolycoly. How crazy is that? It would be called Skibbity. If it's the mild nature call that Cloak said. Let's see if it was. Oh my gosh. I was looking forward to talk to you more, but I'm very happy with you. Thank you, Dio. You said you named it Skibbity earlier if you got it today. If we got the mild nature one, you can go back. I did say it was mild nature. We will see. Thank you, Shine. I appreciate that. All right, guys. I think I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to throw the repeat ball because I think it actually looks kind of nice like they're looking at it against the Rolycoly. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to chuck this Pokeball and hopefully we're going to get lucky. We get a critical capture. Come on, please. Yes. Okay. This is going so smoothly. I'm kind of scared. I'm kind of concerned. Oh my gosh. It would have looked good. I think the dive ball could have actually been nice too, for sure. Yeah, I maybe the dive ball would have been another good choice, but I like the repeat a lot. I don't know. Is it just me? I think it kind of works, but there we go. Rolycoly has been added to the party. Holy smokes, we actually got another shiny in this challenge. That's 2 one-shots that have been successful thus far. I cannot believe it. That's kind of crazy. Like I said, I was going to be happy if I even got 1. I didn't expect 2. Oh my gosh. Okay, so since we have some sparkles here, I need to save. So let's move over this way and let's save. And guys, we need to do the nature guess. What's it gonna be? You did, Garrett. We got the shiny Rolycoly. No way, right? I was enjoying this stream anyway. Oh, as always. What are we naming it? Skibbity if it's mild? That's kind of cringe. It was a call from Mitz. That was kind of the joke that if it's mild, we'd have to call it a Skibbity. So let's see. All right, guys, what have we got? The Scream of the Shiny almost made me mess up the drawing. Oh no. Thank you guys. Thank you, Caroline. Thank you. Oh, the pause there. It's Adamant Call it Boomer. Oh gosh. Congrats. Thank you. As I was saying, Butters has played 2 songs on stream, Unravel and KSI. I did, in fact, do that. The dive ball would have been better. That's my favorite ball. Oh, the dive ball. I kind of like the repeat, though. But I'm probably going to be alone in that choice. It's okay. It's okay. We did Kyojin. Oh, I'm getting sleepy time mark and serious. You think we're going to have a mark? All right. Well, I'm seeing a lot of nature guesses. So let's check. Do we have any marks or ribbons? Oh, no ribbons, sadly. That would have been really nice. I've been really lacking in the mark department, but it's okay. I can live with it. No, I can't, but we'll pretend. So let's see. What nature guesses have we got going on here? We have got quiet, serious, gentle, sassy, quirky, adamant, jolly, naughty. Oh, Cloak. Jolly, sassy, naive. Call it Dwayne. My goal is... finished and I heard a high-pitched butt. You did, dear. You did. Hasty, jolly, sassy, adamant. Yeah, the Dusk Ball is very lucky for me too, actually. Well, this challenge, it seems, has been going good. It has been. I'm very thankful. Just walked into a Porygon outbreak and found a shiny. Nice. Congrats on the shiny. Sassy, timid, modest, hasty, and sassy. Okay. I think for this Rolycoly, I am going to guess. I kind of want to say serious as well. I'm kind of getting serious vibes from this one. So I'm going to go ahead and I am going to guess serious. So let's go ahead. You did, Sunny. You did. You joined at a good time. I'm going to go ahead now and I am going to do the nature check. So if you guys are ready, let's do this. In 3, 2, 1. It's bold. Did anybody guess bold? Oh, I am so curious. Did anybody guess bold? I don't think anybody did. Ooh, yeah, I do not see bold. There we go. Okay. Listen, it's always the time I don't guess bold. It's always the time. It's always. Oh, that's lovely, bitch. I appreciate that. I guess bold nature. That's funny, bro. I know. Nice job. It's pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. But hey, I'll take that. I will take that for sure. I think, guys, we should go have a look at this thing in the overworld. So let's go ahead and let's do that. Where would be a nice place to look at this thing? Maybe at the... Yeah, we'll take it to the Crown Shrine. I feel like the Crown Shrine's pretty nice, so we can go there. Let's do that for this one. How cool. 2 shinies back to back, guess correctly? Yeah, so how did you know? All right, here we are. Let's have a look at this thing at the Crown Shrine, and let's have a look at it in the overworld. For a second, I almost didn't even realize it was shiny. It was so subtle, but I really like the way the body gets that more like... That bluey hue actually makes it look more like coal to me than the full black does. Does anybody else see what I'm kind of getting at with that? But I do really like the blue. I like the way that it contrasts against the orange in the eye. Obviously, they are... I believe it's like... I don't know if it's complementary or if it's like the opposite, but they're like on the opposite end of the color wheel. So I feel like, of course, they're going to look really nice together. But this combo looks... so good. This cute little shiny. Oh man, I'm so glad we got Rolycoly because I needed to start this line and I've been putting it off for so long. It's another one of those Sword and Shield lines. I'm like, how have I not gone for it yet? But there it is in all of its glory. It looks so good. I'm so stoked about it. That's another one crossed off the list. This challenge has been going wild. That's funny. Aw, thank you guys. That's so sweet. Much love and support again. Congrats on the shiny rock. Thank you, Garrett. If you guys want, we can also do a little look-see at the Wooloo check, and see those sparkles one more time before I wrap up the stream. So happy it's not mild. Now you can call it Bluey, just like the show Bluey in my favorite show, Bluey. I guess Bluey would be a good fit, no? It makes sense with the blue on the body. I like that. I like that. It's so uplifting and fun to watch your streams legit. Lifted my mood up high. Oh, I'm glad, Dio. Yeah, more like coal. Yeah, probably my favorite shiny from Sword and Shield. Is it specifically Rolycoly, or is it like, ooh, Rookie D, what are you doing? Trying to get in the way. We got all the Squirvid here. Is it specifically the Rolycoly that's your favorite? Let me go here and let me save one more time just to be safe. I'll have to disagree with that, but it was an obvious shiny, or I've just hunted it that much. Probably that you've hunted it that much. Me on my way to my friend to then go to Canada together, watching a butter stream while sitting in the train. Hi from the screen. Embrace for Aussie heritage. The laugh was too cute. No, that's sweet. Thank you. Name it Bald because it's bold nature. The Wooloo, that's right. Route Wooloo, you guys already know. Flog Snab for the name. Flog and Snab? That's kind of fun. Oh, call it Bitsy, like Bitamus call? I don't know what that is. No chat, guild butter into stream for another hour. Well, I have to set up my next hunt. I have to set up. So I'm not ready to do that. So I'll have to set it up and get everything sorted. But you guys, it is time now to encounter ourselves a regular Wooloo. Oh, could you imagine? I'm telling you, every single time I do this check, I'm like, one day. Woo! Okay, see what I was saying with the repeat ball, those little arrows going around? I think with the orange on Rolycoly, that little animation, I think it looks quite good. I think it actually looks quite good in the repeat ball. I think the shiny is really nice. How many years now has it been out, Sword and Shield? I couldn't remember. I've been playing it since launch and I still don't know. But it has been a long time in the running for me to get this target, to start this line. So hopefully this will sort of kick me off into completing the other two. I'm not yet sure how I'm going to go about them. I have some plans in mind, but we'll see how that comes to fruition. Regardless though, this is a very, very cute shiny Pokemon, and another one down in our one-shot stream series. 2 out of 8. Honestly, we're doing so much better than I thought we were going to. So thank you to everybody in chat for keeping me company during this series, mini series we've been doing. This has been a lot of fun. I'm glad I was able to get some more sparkles for you guys before it's over. Now, okay, guys, as you know, my next stream is going to be my last stream before I go away for a little bit. It's going to be about 8 days or so before I will be streaming again. So I'll be away for over a week, which is going to be kind of weird, like I said. So the next stream, I don't have the exact time as of yet, but the next stream is going to be our Gen 9 target, which, as I said, I'm going to keep that a secret. You guys will just have to see, but it is a target that I haven't hunted yet. I'm going to have to do a little bit of prep for this one. It shouldn't be too bad, but I'll probably actually work on that maybe today, just to make sure everything's ready in time. So that'll be on the 11th for me, but it should be on the 10th for most of you guys. And we will be finishing up this challenge. Now, of course, when I go away, I won't be able to stream, but I do still have to hunt for Nose Pass, which I will probably be doing that through sandwich checks in the DLC in Scarlet and Violet, just to give us the best chance, because if you guys don't know the lore, we did actually get Shiny Time Pole, but Cloak, ordered the challenge of the one-shot challenge, essentially, to me, was like, okay, if I get the nature guess right, you got to get rid of the Time Pole. Would you believe it? The nature guess was correct, but I decided to make a deal, a bargain, if you will, for the shiny. And essentially, to catch you guys up, my challenge is, if I want to keep that Time Pole, I need to find Shiny Nose Pass on that stream in order for me to keep it. Which kind of, honestly, it's almost like a lose-lose if you think about it. If I don't find it, I lose Time Pole, but if I do find it, I now have a Shiny Nose Pass. So really, I'm suffering either way. But that'll be when I return, so that'll be in a little bit of time, but it should be good. With that, you guys, I am going to go ahead and I think I am going to wrap up the stream there, as it is over 3 a.m. We kind of got lucky. I mean, I will say this was almost a similar time to when we found the Time Pole in that other stream, because I think it was a 2-hour something mark as well, but it was a little bit later. But it is nice to see a fast shiny. It's kind of reinvigorated my brain. I'm like, oh, okay, maybe doing this every once in a while, a little one-shot challenge, bing, bang, boom, you know, mixing it up. Could be a bit of fun to do again at some point in the future, but I won't go into too much of everything, because I'll probably do a little bit more yapping like this at the end of the next stream, just for some plans for when I return. But obviously there's a bit of time before then, so that is going to do it for this one, you guys. Thank you for hanging out. I did save. I've saved 2 times. Thank you for the stream, buddy. Congrats on the shiny. Rest well and enjoy your day. I hope Gen 9 follows the high. Thank you, Angel Lover. I appreciate that. Thank you, Foyer. That's so sweet. Good news. I'll hopefully be moving into my own place next week or this weekend. I hope everything goes well, Corvus. That's incredible. The sheep, we let it live. I feel bad knocking them out. You know, don't wanna take them out too much. Oh. The 11th is my birthday? Oh, is it? I don't know if it'll technically fall on the 11th for your time zone, but I'll have to remember to wish you an early birthday. Happy birthday for then. Butters, check out the level ball and the shiny nose pass. The level ball and the shiny nose pass. I don't have any nose pass because I don't think they're in Sword and Shield. You don't have to catch it. Thanks for the great stream, Butter. Please try to get some sleep and fix your sleeping pattern. Sad stream is cut short. I was enjoying it, but take care. It was lovely to have you in the stream. It's sad, but it's like bittersweet. I'm glad we got the shiny, but it does mean the stream is over about half an hour earlier than what it would have been. So I do apologize, but thank you for being here when I got the sparklers. It was nice to hang out with you too. When she streams Nose Pass, everybody change your name to Nose Pass. I won't know who's who. Have a good night. Sleep well. Thank you, Corvus. I appreciate that. You too. It'll be on my birthday on the 11th of June. Take care, chat, as well. Look after yourselves. You too, Zoys. Always fun. Have a good one. Thank you, Tokamon. You as well. It was genuinely awesome coming to the stream. I hope you have a wonderful night. And you too, Dio. Thanks for hanging out. Stream was great. Always happy to start the day off with butter. And since the day's beginning was great and the end will be as well, thank you. I hope you, Pochi, Rhino, Goldie, T, and Nugget keep doing well. Thank you for it. I appreciate that. And same to you. Goodbye, Mitch. Thanks for hanging out. Mitch to Joko. Was nice to be in the chat again, Butter. Take care of yourself and enjoy your vacation. I can't wait to be in your chat again. That's so lovely. I appreciate that, Mitch. Thank you. You have a good one. Have a nose-tastic day. You too, Mitz. Peace out, Butter. Congrats on the shiny rock, and make sure my favorite streamer gets some good rest. Thank you, Phoenix. I will. I appreciate that. You have a good one, okay? Hi, Guinea Pig. We're wrapping up the stream, but I hope you have a good one. Oh, goodbye, Kirigen. Sleep. Don't let the nose pass by. I will try my best not to. We did get the shiny in this one, Guinea Pig, if you can believe it. We actually did. Thank you, Jordan. Oh, thanks for the stream. Goodbye, Shine. Thank you for hanging out. Thank you for the stream, Butter. Get some rest. Bye. Thank you, Carolyn. I appreciate appreciate that. You too. Take care. Have a good one, all right? You too, Foyer. Have a good one. And thank you, Vulture. I will. Have a great sleep when it's time for you to get some EPs as well. I will not change to nose pass. Bye, Butter. Congrats on the shiny. Thank you, Toasty. I appreciate that. You take care and you have a good one. Hey, no suggestions this time? Maybe I'll catch up a little bit. We'll see. That might be wishful thinking. Cloak, good night, Butter. Was cool to pop in for a minute or two. Thanks, Eva, for picking me. Of course, Cloak, you too. And I hope everything goes well. I'll hopefully catch most of you guys in the final stream, so it should be a good one. Sylveon is my favorite. Sylveon's great. You too, Dio. Oh, thank you. Like I said, one more stream before I go away, so you might get a chance to see me one more time. But if not, have a good one and take care, okay? Guess some bad luck. Bye for now. You're not guinea pig. You're fine. Good to see you. Oh, see you as well, Jordan. Hi, bud. I just popped in to say happy you got the shiny mini. Congrats. Thank you, Nexus. I appreciate that. We finally got lucky and we got another one, so I'm super stoked. You hope you're doing well and take care. Thank you, Dio. Thank you for pulling that up, Zois. Just joined the stream and the shiny is there. We got it, Genjo. We did, and we did get one today. So that's our second target down, which is nice. Before Butter stops the invites, yeah, I was gonna say because I'll be turning that off pretty soon while I'm away. So yeah, Dankeschön. Oh, no, that is all good. Yes, join in before Butter locks us in the server. Well, you can leave still, but it just means you won't be able to get back in until I'm back. So that's pretty much it. Can Kaneki is luck? Absolutely. All right, guys, you have a wonderful rest of your day, night, evening, morning, whatever it is, wherever you are. And I will see you guys all for the next stream, for the final stream, Gen 9. Look forward to it. Bye, guys.